All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Look what we're doing to the SPY, Peter. We come on live and the SPY just takes off, man. This is what the reaction that we have to the market, man. How cool is that?
Did we do that?
We did.
Yeah. It's hitting hard here. What's going on? We did have some economic data that came out, but really not enough to cause this type of reaction. This feels like some algos broke.
Oh man, it's the music. The music comes on and it just gets everybody pumped.
Yeah, maybe
even the market.
Maybe. Wow, then it's excited. So
yes, it is. Friends, quick look at our gap list. It's brought to you by tradingterminal.com. You can always head there and see what's going on. Look at it go. Green. SPY about to hit all-time highs right there. Actually did around 696, continuing. I mean, just looking awesome this morning. What a great week. I love the way we're starting this year as far as day trading goes, man. Really enjoying what's happening. Peter, take us through our U.S. economic calendar and what's going on today with all this excitement.
yeah, I don't think this is what's moving it because, frankly, while we did have the CPI data, the Consumer Price Index, it came out largely to forecast. 0.3% was expected growth in December, and then 0.3 on the core. As you can see, the core was slightly lower, not usually seen as a positive economic sign. But I mean, come on, it's close enough that that's not significant. Later this morning, we do have new home sales, and then this afternoon we got the budget deficit coming out. I mean, early this morning we had the NFIB Optimism Index, which was right on target with forecasts. So all in all, it's not economic data that's moving this. It's I don't know what's going on, Carlos. We as you said, must be the show. I do see a lot of the tech names are moving higher here. I mean, either with it or because of it. It's tough to say. There's got to be some news somewhere. I guess let me call up my news feed and I'll see what I can find.
All right, we'll see what's moving this market nicely up. As you guys can see here in our 5-minute chart, it is just rocking today. So looking forward to that one. All right, friends, quick. Let's get to our gap list as Peter digs for some news there on what can possibly be moving this. And there's so much news going on around the world, man, with the Middle East and everything, Venezuela. I mean, you name it. It's just everything is happening all at once. So who knows what news broke out that could affect the market one way or the other. So, yeah, Peter.
I mean, the headline I'm reading says major indices are higher following December CPI data. I'm not buying it. I think that's just either an AI generated headline or somebody's just guessing. Again, that data, I mean, the market has ignored data for months and months. We've been talking about that. And, it's not like this data is wildly out of whack. So I think nobody knows, or it did just kick off some buying programs, and we're getting this pop. So yeah, this could be a trading opportunity. I mean, we'll see if it holds it. Stay tuned. We'll let you know in the next 10-15 minutes if it holds this pop or not.
Yeah, we'll see if it continues here. All right, friends, let's dive right in. Gap list brought to you by tradingterminal.com. Good morning to everyone on X and as well on YouTube. Good to have you guys and also members in our chat. Let's start with the first one. AHMA is the ticker. And this one here, as you can see, let's get the right setup here. AMA, let's call it AMA. So AMA is up here 130%, Peter. 16 million shares traded. So this thing is clearly rocking this morning. Wow. This was high flying before. So we've seen it. I'm not sure if we saw it on our gap list, but we saw it move higher before here back in beginning of December, end of November looks like, and today they're at it again. So what's the latest and greatest? What's moving this? Is this something that's tradable? I do see it is a 1.9 million shares flow, so probably not, but let's see what Peter got for us.
I don't I don't remember this one moving. This is a very small company, I guess by our typical standards. A travel services company out of the UAE, Ambitions Enterprise Management. There's no news. Um, Retail speculation. What the heck? Um, Blah 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 blah. I really don't know why. There's really no
Hmm.
because there's no analysts following this, so we're not going to get a lot of news. They say there's some speculative buying, that maybe they're going to get some increased retail engagement, but I don't even know what that means. So again, feels like people are making things up. I don't I don't know the reason. This is such a low float that I mean, it could be anything, right? I mean, especially when you've got these stocks out of the UAE, you could have some really deep pockets that are just taking some positions in it, and this is causing the pop. I mean, like you pointed out, if you do look back at the chart in December when it did this last time, didn't last long, did it? It was there for a day or two and went right back to the level it had been trading at for well since its earlier IPO. So this could be just another one of those moments.
Yeah, could be. Either way, low flows ticker. So I personally don't like it, so I'll keep it off my list here. Let's continue, friends. Next one on here is going to be BCTX. So BCTX on deck, and this morning these guys are up 51%. Bria Cell Therapeutics is the name of the company. 51% this morning, and you can see it here, 3.7 million shares traded on it. So tons of volume, as high as 1968. I mean, look at this chart here. Look at the pre-market, as high as 19, almost 20 here. From $7.87 back down to 11.50. So it is just all over the place. Not something that I'll be watching. Also, another low flow ticker at 1.6 million shares flow. So be extra cautious with this one, my friends.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they've got a focus on a single drug, which is a breast cancer treatment, and it's doing well. It passed all of the trial phases for phase one, and now it's moving into phase 2A with their cohort. So, seen as good news. But it's typical biotech, right? Like it could be a wild ride, it could be a complete dud. You just never know. This is a company based out of Canada. Yeah, we have $14 million market cap with less than 2 million shares in the float, $0 in sales. So yeah, this is a total speculative stock if you want to play it.
Yeah, yep. Um, I don't like it, friends. We'll skip on it. Let's continue here. So a couple of low flows to start off the list here with AMA and BCTX. Next is going to be OSS. So OSS right now we are up 14%. Not a low flow. So this one, well, comparing to what we just saw, 1.6 and 1.9, 20 seems high at the moment, but still low flow stock under 40, 50 million. You got to be a little bit more careful. But this one looks a little bit more manageable, and it actually looks like it's been doing something for a couple of days, not just today, right? So if you look at the daily here, we've been moving higher and higher about 4 trading days ago, and today we're up again another 14%. 450,000 shares trade. So this thing is moving well, Peter. Looks like the news, whatever triggered this, is continuing, and we're seeing some gains over the last couple of days.
Yeah, they had a recent announcement. I guess it was yesterday that they announced a new contract with the U.S. Army. And but you have to keep in mind the size of this company. This is a $1.2 million contract. So that's the type of level that most companies that we would look at wouldn't even report. But for these guys, that's a good contract. I think it's the first one of its kind for them in this space. So you get $1 million contract with the U.S. Army. You're hoping that it's going to lead to more, right? So, but I don't think I want to trade this on that news. Thank you. No,
Yeah,
thank
day
you.
looks great
I
on
don't
it.
want any.
Yeah, daily looks great on it. I don't know how it's been day trading. Let's look at yesterday, see if there's anything good happening here. Did have a rough start, did get going later in the day
Yeah.
for the most part. Not one that I'll be watching. So again, a little bit on the lower flow side. It's 20 million, but again, the day looks pretty decent for a 20 million shares float. Looks like it's trading a lot better than most 20 million shares flow. So again, if it fits your trading style, definitely take a look at it and add it to your list. I won't be doing that. Let's go to RCAT is next. This is always on my list. I feel like it's every other day, every other trading day it comes up here. Today they're added again, up 6.1, 1 million shares traded. I never really put them on the list. They're not a low flow. They're RCAT 79 million. We might have had it maybe on a secondary, but I'm not a fan of the way it trades. So Peter, any news on it? They continue to move higher here on the daily, making a new recent high here up to 1313. They had a resistance there in the last couple of days, and prior to this, back in looks like October, could not break out of that. They're looking to get at it again.
Yeah, they look, we actually have some earnings today. We'll talk about those in a minute. But this is not one of the companies that was on my earnings radar. However, they did announce preliminary unaudited results for their Q4. And this is, I mean, they just gave a range. So this is not like a formal statement. It's just a, like I said, preliminary. However, they're saying that they will have earned between 24 and 26.5 million when the dust settles, which represents about an 1,800% year over year growth. So if you work that math backwards, it shows, how relatively small, I guess, this company is for its market cap at a 1.4 billion. When their registered sales for the last year were only 16 million for the whole year, and they're expecting 24 million in the quarter. So that gives you an idea of where they're at. So, anyways, um, we'll see what happens. Like you said, Carlos, it feels like we've been talking about this a lot more recently than we have in the past. I have to admit, I have not watched it because I think every morning when we get to this point and we look at it, I look at the day before and it looks, well, you can call up the 5 minute chart on yesterday. It looks something like that. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't want any part of that. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
and that's what I've seen too. Like it has not been great. So yeah, not a fan of that. All right, friends. We're gonna continue here, and let's take a look at the next one. It's gonna be UMAC. So UMAC on deck this morning. We are up 4.8 on here. This is unusual machines. I thought it was another ticker
unusual.
with that similar name. Um, that was not UMAC. So weird. Oh no, that's Intuitive Machines. Okay, that's Intuitive Machines. I think I'm confusing it
Intuitive
with.
machines. Ah.
Yeah, so here's UMAC. Unusual Machines is the name here. They're up 5.2, 245,000 shares traded. Peter, what's your thoughts on this one?
I've got no news, so I don't really know why this is moving. Um, let's see. I don't know why. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of chatter that involves a number of companies out there. I know that President Trump made some comments about putting additional tariffs on any country that does business with Iran, which I'm not quite the market doesn't know sometimes how to react to these things. So, but we'd have to see how that would work. They did make a presentation, an investor presentation yesterday, so this could be a result of that. I've got the slides here. It looks like they were showcasing some of their small unmanned drone technology. So yeah, Carlos, I have to assume that there's a couple people that got interested after that shareholder presentation they made yesterday. Um, but interesting,
Yeah.
interesting
Okay.
presentation they made. I'm looking at the charts here from it, but they're yeah. Anyways, yeah, not sure if this is going to create a tradable opportunity based on what we've seen in its, just looking at the way it's traded over the last. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but the volume typically is low. It's only getting 3.5, not even 3.5 million shares a day. Yesterday, I mean, had some movement, but I don't see any tradable patterns in that for me. So once again, I think I'll pass.
Yeah, same here. And I think today we're going to have so much fun with other tickers that I'm seeing, even on the same cap up list. There's some other names I'm going to be very interested in looking at. Even the PDD that's gapping down, that tends to trade well sometimes. They're down today with a little bit of volume. Can't wait to see what's going on there when we get to it. All right, let's do a few more. Then we're going to hop around a little bit here because I do want to look at the AMDs, the oak close. I do see all of mining here today. I mean, they're all on here this morning. You can see SB, SW, HL, I believe is one of them. Silver's on here, AG. I mean, they're taking over this list. And then I'm sure there's some more. USAR's rare metals, right? I believe US rare metals, something like that.
Yeah.
So they're all on deck this morning.
There's one
Yeah.
on there. I don't see it on your list. It was on my list. PL, Planet
Yeah.
Labs.
Yeah, I see it here. PL.
Oh, there it
Yep.
is. Yeah.
That was gonna be the next one actually. So
Okay.
yeah, that's after UMax. Yeah, let's go right to it, man. PL day looks awesome. We are up 4%, 550,000 shares traded, Peter. And it looks like you're watching this one already. On what's going on?
It's just it was, I don't know, unique news here that they announced a multi-year low nine-figure Earth observation satellite services contract. So, you got to do the math to say, okay, what's low nine figures? So that's hundreds of millions of dollars. But with the Swedish armed forces, uh, never considered this what the Swedish armed forces might have for observation satellite services, but apparently they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on it. So there you go. So it's an interesting development for them, and it shows a lot of faith in Planet Labs services. And again, if you look at those numbers, this is the company that did $280 million worth of sales last year. So this is pretty significant.
Yeah. I love the daily on it, like the volume. Might be worth watching today, Peter. We have not, I don't think we looked at this one before. So maybe we'll see
It's
how the intraday
yeah.
action is.
We might have to. It's got two strikes against it in my mind. One, the volume is fairly low, like we're only sitting at 500,000 shares so far this morning, and it trades on the New York Stock Exchange, which just
Mm,
makes that momentum play a little bit tougher. So
yeah.
yeah, it's a maybe, but I don't have high hopes that it's going to pan out as a good trading candidate.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. We'll put it on the secondary list because this daily does look awesome. Let's hope that as it starts getting more attention and hitting people's gappers list like it did on ours, that more traders start to trade this, maybe get more volume and make it more tradable for a momentum play for us. So let's see what happens there. And then I see Intel crawling through this list, got above PL here, back down. So it's just making its way up here. Let's just go to it and see what's happening. And then with that, we can talk about AMD. We can talk about other semiconductors that may or may not be on this list. So we'll start with Intel this morning. It's just going to scroll over here. And what do we have? We are up 3.9, 4.4 million shares traded. Again, Intel is one of these hit or miss type stocks. Look what it did. This was on the 9th. Okay, so this was last week. Look how well this thing traded. It took off, and I believe this was it Friday? I can't remember, but this thing took off really, really nice. Traded amazing. You guys were watching and taking advantage of that. And then a few days later, we get stuck with this, right? A day later, we get stuck with this crap here. So it's a hit or miss, and it does this quite a bit. Today, they're up 3.8. I'll watch it. I'm on the fence whether I'm going to put it on a primary or not. I'll put it on the primary for now. It might not stick around there for long. But I think it's worth keeping an eye on it, especially now as we're breaking through the recent highs. This was the high on Friday. And let's see if it has more juice, man. Look at this. Is this not all-time highs, right? No, they had their really great days. Or it could be. Is it? No, it's not, right? So back in 2019, 2020, yeah, I know they've been in better situations. So yeah, so there it is. We'll put it on the list for now. We'll see where it goes. Peter, Intel, will you be watching today?
Intel and AMD both got some positive comments from KeyBank Capital Markets. One of the analysts that follows them basically moved them to an overweight status, thinking there's some growth opportunities, citing the fact that they've got stronger, both companies have stronger than expected data center demand. They've got what they're calling outsized hyperscaler demand. If you look at the pipeline, the Intel's pipeline is pretty much already sold out. Their server CPUs for all of 2026 have already been completely spoken for. And Intel is actually increasing their yield from their factories. So they're expected to be able to produce even more. And they're still in a sold out status. So all of that points to a good year coming for Intel. That being said, Carlos, like you sort of alluded to, it's still a tough trade. It really, it's one of those where you got to watch it for 20 days, and out of the 20 days, you might get one and a half that are tradable. So it's a lot of work for an occasional return. But when it does move, Carlos, you and I have both had it. Micron and Intel, to me, are the same where the day it moves, that's when you
Yeah.
sit there and go, man, why wasn't I watching it, right? Because it moves so well. So you got to
Yep.
make a decision, right? Are you going to invest the time and effort to watch it all the time for that day when it moves, or not? I
Yeah.
can't tell you whether this is going to be the day or not, because my experience has been it's not always the day you think it should be, right? It's not the day when they get the news or the upgrade. It'll just be a day. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
we could today be the day? Sure. Intel's the one of the weird. We've got a lot of these semiconductors that are at all-time highs. Intel is not that. If you go back, I mean, they're well off their all-time highs. So, it's one of those where it feels like Intel always feels like it's so far behind its peers in the industry, and they have so much room to grow, but they just never seem to achieve that promise. So, whereas everything else, Micron, AMD, NVIDIA, right, all sit even Broadcom, things like that, at these all-time high levels. Intel, you just have to go back, right, a couple of years. You can see it is not in that same category. So.
Yeah, agreed, agreed. And yes, Virgilio, you're right. In regards to MU, it has been moving since September. September, it really a lot of tickers really took off here and never looked back.
But
But the day trading has not been all that great because we
yeah,
watched it a couple of times, right? So although it's on the daily looks awesome here, a lot of the day trading activity has not been all that easy. And again, for the way I trade, for my strategies, right?
right.
For somebody else's strategies, it could have been their bread and butter all year
And
yesterday, last year, right? But for me personally, it's not.
And you don't have to go farther back than yesterday. I mean, just look at Micron yesterday. It's an example of the type of day that you could end up watching. So you've got to be pretty particular, in my opinion, as to what you want to watch. Micron yesterday just traded in a range. It looked, unless you're an opening range break trader, right off the open, you got the one and only move of the day, essentially, that you could have taken advantage of, but you had to be on it because within the first, 10 minutes, it was over, and then it just was chopping in a pretty tight range. So yeah, I'm not saying it's not tradable. It just depends on your strategy. I mean, a tight range. Keep in mind the price of Micron, right? That tight range I'm talking about was still like $5-6 wide. So if that could meet your risk parameters and something that you could trade, it just doesn't. It's not what I'm looking for.
Yep, yep, absolutely. All right, friends, let's continue here. So back to our list this morning. And Peter, I think I'm going to stop here. I think we covered a couple of things. We did not actually talking about all these semis. We did not talk about NVIDIA. NVIDIA and how they've been doing. So this morning they're pretty much flat, 2.3 million shares traded. And again, their mornings have been a little bit rough. So we've been watching it here, but this is yesterday, and it gave us a really tough time. Again, as same thing as MUS you mentioned just now. Unless you took it right out of the gates and you had this move, this was your only really good move at the market open. From there, it pretty much went sideways. You had a little drop here, and then later in the day, we got the big move on a lot of tickers as the SPY was heading higher and all of that. But the morning has not been all that easy for NVIDIA. And again, today we're slightly moving here. I might still watch it, but it's a stock that has not been the easiest to trade, at least for opening range breakout strategies that I'm looking for.
Yeah, they've been pretty quiet. Not a lot of news coming out of NVIDIA. Some news about them, right? Largely, I think they're trying to keep a fairly low profile, only because, you know, as big as they are, and they are the biggest company, again, the by market cap to ever have traded the public markets. They can still get trampled by nation states. And right now, they are sort of right in the middle of the argument between, the U.S. and China. And I think they just want to sort of, not stir the pot there. That's my opinion. There were some rumors yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday that they were going to be requiring upfront payments for their H200 AI chips. They claim that is not true, right? They've got funding options, and like most of these chip companies, they'll allow you to finance these things and in fact help with the finance. It's actually a strange world when you get to the high end stuff when you're making billion-dollar sales. Companies often finance their customers. So, but anyways, it's a part of the model. Um, I don't know. Hey, Carlos, Nvidia is still a decent trader, but you're right. It's not like an everyday like it was, right? There was a point in
Right.
time where every day you could count on Nvidia just giving you an awesome opportunity. It's still, every almost every day, or maybe 2 out of 3 days, but you got to be careful about that third day because that's when, it can be very choppy and very difficult. So, I still like it. It's still on my list. I still will continue to
Yeah.
watch it every day, along with Tesla, for example, that, is because you've got a better than even chance of it doing something exciting.
Yeah, 100%. Tesla yesterday did very well, man. Speaking of Tesla, since we
Mm.
brought it up here, I mean, the market open was perfect, gave you a 5 minute RB, gave you so many different plays here. It stalled for a little bit between 10 o'clock and then 11, and then it got going again, gave you another breakout towards that 454. So it's hard not to watch NVIDIA and Tesla. It really is. I'm going to put Tesla here today. We'll see if we find something that could be better than NVIDIA, but I highly doubt it to watch this morning. So NVIDIA on the secondary list today. Uh, I see myself moving that up very quickly as we go through this. So let's continue here. And yeah, so let's stop here, Peter. What do you like off this gappers list? I know we mentioned a lot of silver and mining tickers on the gap up list this morning, which technically for me, they don't trade very well. So I won't be
No.
putting them on the list. But anything you want to go over here this morning?
I mean, we can't ignore silver just as a commodity. Once again, all-time highs. It seems like I feel like a broken record, but it keeps doing it. So every day, the price of silver just keeps going higher and higher. Here we are once again at another all-time high. So
Yeah.
we do often get pullbacks after it sets these highs, but just be careful. Intraday trading silver is difficult, but of course, it has all the related stocks that go with it. Um, the nuclear sector is getting some news. Oklo probably at the front end of that. There was some news yesterday afternoon that Oklo was one of the three providers that Meta is got agreements with. Now, this is sort of a retread of some existing news, but it was confirmed by Meta. So before it was rumors sort of from the industry or from the companies, but Oklo and SMR, for example, are two of the companies that are involved in that Meta deal. Meta's confirmed that they are absolutely signing deals to develop nuclear power. This would be I don't quite know how it's going to work, but uh, never before in at least North America have we had nuclear energy used for private enterprise purposes. And that's where we're going with all of this, right? Which is, I don't know, not necessarily a problem, but it's different. So we'll see. It could actually open a whole different market and approach, right? Because We know that, like military equipment is big military equipment is nuclear powered, like subs and, warships and things like that. Very different when you start using it for commercial purposes and you have potential nuclear power generation facilities owned by or managed and directed by private enterprise outside of government hands. So, um, well beyond my pay grade to figure out what that means. However, what it does mean in the short term is that it makes Oklo and SMR tradable. Because it keeps that interest, it keeps them moving. Not easily tradable, though. Again, look at Oklo yesterday, pretty choppy. But I mean that volume continues to play out, and it's a lot higher than that volume was about a year ago, a little over a year ago. This was a stock that was seeing 1.5 to 2 million shares a day. Now we're seeing 10 to 15 million shares a day. So it's definitely got a lot more focus. So that's one sector that we can take a look at that I like. You can see both OKLO and SMR both on the list here.
Yep.
Excuse me. The other one I'm seeing a couple of companies on our gappers list, Carlos, is our crypto. We haven't really talked about crypto in a while, but I see CLSK, I see IREN, I see there was Cipher on here. We are getting a little bit of a lift overnight, and this morning here on Bitcoin prices, it's sitting at just under 92,000 at the moment. Again, not magnificent numbers, but a lot better than where it had been. Anything over 90,000 is, I think, a win for Bitcoin. Anything over 100,000 is time for people to start to get excited again. So, but we're not there. It is the first time these last few days is the first time we've been over 90,000 in a month. So we got to get, Bitcoin's got to get back 100, 110, 120, $120,000 for a Bitcoin. That's when people are going to, lose their minds a little bit again, but it's going to take some work to get it there.
Yeah.
So yeah, pick your favorites if that's something you think is going to trend today. I don't know that it will necessarily, but I
Yeah.
thought I'd mention it. The other thing that's on my list for a gap up is JP Morgan. Oh, sorry, it's not gapping up anymore. It's gapping down now. So, excuse me.
Bless you.
They had earnings, anyways. One of only two companies I was really watching for earnings, and they were green. Now they're red. They did have positive numbers in the quarter. There was a big asterisk on their positive numbers, however, in that they actually took a $2.2 billion loan loss reserve. This basically means that they're putting aside $2.2 billion in case some loans become realized. This is all related to Apple cards. They bought the Apple card debt from Goldman Sachs earlier this year. And they basically took the number that they thought they needed to reserve in the event that their losses, their worst case losses are realized. They excluded that from their earnings numbers this quarter. Not I mean, they haven't actually lost the money yet, but they need to take a reserve against potential losses. So it's fair. It's fair to exclude it. But they
Smart.
were
Yeah.
gapping higher this morning. This is a NYSE stock, so don't worry too much about the lower volume this morning. It's the only, it's an early reporter here. We're going to have more earnings as the days and weeks go by, but they're one of the early ones. The only other one we'll talk about on the gap down is Delta. So let's get there.
All right, absolutely, friends. All right, pick your favorite from there. I think I'm going to add Oklo. Oklo and both SMR look very interesting to me. So I'm actually going to add both of them here, SMR and Oklo, and then I'll decide which I'm going to look at on the primary list. I know SMR treated us very well last time we traded that one, so I might move that one up. But let's see how it goes. So SMR, Oklo, and then we'll decide a little bit later. All right, friends. Let's continue here. TradingTerminal.com is where you can get this beautiful scanners and more tools for trading. So head over there to see what's available for you. Next, we have the gap down. We'll start with the first one on here, TVTX. This is a 77 million shares flow here, and we are, what are we doing here? We're down 32%. That's what we're doing. We're down 32% on this one. So not feeling good this morning when everything else is high flying. 608,000 shares traded. This is a therapeutics company, and today they're feeling some heat. Looks like it might have started happening last night. There's some trial failure or earnings. I'm not sure what's going on here, Peter, but definitely not feeling the love this morning.
Yeah, they actually announced well, they were trying to announce a lot of good news. They did, give out some preliminary again 2025 financial results, saying that they had strong sales in one of their drugs. They reminded everybody they're waiting for an FDA decision on another drug, and that they're restarting a phase 3 trial on something called Harmony in the first quarter of 2026. So they're trying to paint a pretty picture. It looks like that's backfired as their stock has taken a hit. People aren't buying the story. I guess they're thinking it's maybe a little bit of smoke and mirrors because they don't have like the one signature thing that people are looking for. They just got a bunch of little stuff. So um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, these are the type of companies we typically avoid, Carlos. I mean, 600,000 shares. Yeah, as you said, it's down 33% roughly right now, but not good enough for me. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't love it either. Let's go to PDD, which could be interesting today. Today, look at that pre-market action right now. I mean, 1.8 million shares traded. We are down 5.1 on it, Peter. So definitely taking a bit of a hit here. And this one can trade very well. We watched it in the past many times when it does stuff like this. I have not looked up the news, but whatever it is, this might be a good one today, just given how the technicals look right now.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we were reporting that the Chinese sector largely was up. We saw increases in Baba quite significantly. Baidu, Billy, all sort of had raises. Even JD was up fairly nicely in the morning. PDD was the one exception that hadn't seen an increase. I thought that they just were going to be a laggard. Maybe they're here just because people feel that they're falling behind. I don't know. There's no news on the company that I can see. Um, they do have, it looks like a big options expiry coming up at the end of this week. But other than that, I don't see much going on. So I'm not sure why it's moving. Um, I don't like it compared to some of the other. If you like the Chinese stocks, PDD is one of the my least favorite traders. I'd go to a
Yeah.
Baba, Baidu, or JD first.
Yeah, which by the way, how about Baba yesterday? My
Yeah,
goodness. This
yeah, it was a
thing
big move.
just took off, had an incredible day. And it's been having better days more and more. We had one just last week. We had one yesterday, and today there's just slightly down this morning. Not doing a whole lot, but man, what an incredible run they had yesterday. So, yeah, I like PDD's pre-market action this morning. I think it can be interesting. I'll put it on a secondary list. Man, I got a lot on my secondary list. We'll start moving some stuff up after we go through everything, after I go through what you guys recommend for us to look at. We still got AMD. I see you guys throwing out AMD a lot. And yeah, we'll take a look at what we do here. I am going to also look at Baba one more time. Man, look at that secondary list. All right, let's see. We got some more in here. Let's go to airlines, Peter. We got Delta and American Airlines both down this morning. As we mentioned, we're starting to kick off earnings season. So we got these guys here. Banks will be next or just started. What's the latest and greatest on these two, Peter, before we get to our chat here?
Yeah, so I think American Airlines is just sympathy with Delta. Delta was the one that had the earnings and announced their numbers. Delta beat their numbers in quarter, so they did better than expected, delivering 16 billion in revenue versus a 15.4 anticipated number, and a buck 55 in earnings versus a buck 53. So not blow the doors off numbers, but better than expected. However, their forward-looking guidance was lower lower than analysts expected. They did forecast growth, but not as much growth as the analysts wanted to see. So as a result, Delta's dropping. They also in quarter just reminded people of some of the stuff they'd already done, where they ordered 30 new planes, the Boeing 787-10s. They contracted with GE Aerospace for some of their engines and service contracts. I think it's just more, the analysts they wanted more, not enough, they said, and we see Delta dropping a little bit here this morning, and it seems like it's taking American with it because I don't see any news on American Airlines.
Yeah.
Do you want to trade it? It's possible. I mean, it does have earnings. It's a tough trade. I know I say that about a lot of things, but that's because a lot of things are. They're just, there's a reason why we
Yeah.
tend to stick to the things we do because, they give more reliable opportunities.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And I don't see a great pre-market action on it yet. Yes, we're dropping here, but it's not blockbuster at all here. So we're down 4.5, 1.1 million shares traded. Delta Airlines looks much better than American Airlines right now. So I'll watch it. I know what you guys are gonna say, but it's okay. One more to the secondary list, and don't worry. Some of those are gonna promote themselves up to the primary. I'm just not sure which one yet, so we'll put it on there. All right, friends, that covers our gap up and down list this morning. Brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. And Peter, anything you like that might be gapping down, not on your list this morning?
Maybe a couple of little highlights or lowlights since they're gapping down. Oracle gapping down this morning. Oracle had not a good open, but it had this interesting midday move that gave me some hope that maybe it's could still be in play. Um, it's this morning not doing much, frankly. 400,000 shares, only moving 0.6% to the downside, but it's staying relevant, I suppose, a little bit. The other one that just continues to sort of leak off is Netflix. A little surprising to me here. Again, we still have not heard the conclusion of the whole Warner Brothers saga, but it's now sub $90, and that's not a place where Netflix really wants to be. But it was there yesterday too, just it feels like there's got to be a bounce in it here somewhere, but I'm not betting on it at this point because it
Yeah.
just doesn't look healthy. So. Other
What's
than
going
that,
on with
I noticed
Netflix
that.
though? I mean, this is their season, right? This is their when does Netflix and
Yeah.
chill start? It's like October, like that November, right? It starts around here, the Netflix and chill, right? People are home, stuck in the winter cold months. They're watching shows, but they're down. Like I don't understand what's happening. So people are not Netflix and chilling anymore. What's the deal, man? It seems like a big drop over the last couple of months.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I mean, they haven't had a lot of like big new releases. I don't think. I mean, other than what Stranger Things came out, what else have they got? Like you know, they they have to have the stuff that draws the eyeballs. I think, and I
Mm,
feel like they haven't been doing that job. Um, the Night Manager, that's on Prime, isn't it? That's not a Netflix thing. So,
yeah, yeah.
but anyways.
You know which platforms got my attention a lot more? They got a lot of new shows coming out. Is Apple. Apple's got some
Mm,
really great stuff scheduled to
okay.
come out this month. So, meanwhore, if you're
I
looking for a
I know
couple of
we've got a few
shows,
things that we
hmm
like if you like comedy, Shrinking, which
oh, it's amazing.
we
Yes,
we love that show. Just the characters are all
they're awesome.
entertaining. They're
Every single one of
entertaining.
them. It's not like one that's not funny in their own ways. It's a really good show.
No,
Um,
exactly.
yeah. So
Harrison Ford plays, he's
great.
so grumpy and,
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
great,
awesome.
man. He's great. Uh,
So,
Awesome stuff. All right,
anyways,
Netflix, get it together here at 89 from the
there
highs
you go.
just in June at 134. Ouch. All right. We'll see what it does there. All right, friends. Matt props. Yeah, I need more. I need more on my secondary list. I definitely need more. I'm gonna add some more on there. Here's ARM. Let me see if I get
it's full.
ARM on the secondary list. No, it's not doing
Hmm.
anything. All right, Matt props. How's the weather down there, man? I'm going to Florida this weekend. Is it above 45? Is it above 45? If it is, we're good to go. All right. Peter, I think that's it, right? Anything else that you want to add to this?
No, no, not really. Yesterday we saw a big drop in AFRM, but I'm not recommending it today because it seems like it was just a one-day thing. In
Yeah.
fact, the
Yeah.
drop all happened before 10 a.m. and then it was very dull. But it was just such a big move down yesterday. After it had some, we thought good news, right? I haven't heard anything more out of the White House, by the way, about that whole credit card, cap. I mean, details did come out where the expectation was if it was to happen, which of course people are, speculating as to whether the executive branch of the administration even has the authority to implement such a limit. Frankly, it wouldn't benefit most people. It would only be for people in specific credit categories, and it's in that's apparently most don't qualify for that, so it's not like it would be reducing credit card, and it would have a significant impact on the economy, as like it or don't. A lot of the U.S. Growth relies on credit debt payments. So,
Hmm.
forcing lower interest rates would be good for a consumer, and it sounds good, but it's problematic for implementation. And the big banks who have a lot of clout are going to be fighting it, right? Because that's their profitability, and that they'll take out the big sticks when that gets threatened. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure. I'm sure.
yeah.
All right, friends. So let's see what you guys have. Let's start in our chat room here. Let's get over to some tickers. We got a couple of minutes, and then we have to see what's happening in our community. Let's look at APLD. I'll look at AMD, which people are mentioning as well. So APLD. Let's see what's going on here. You know what? This was moving yesterday and Friday. Friday. Look at yesterday. We had a pretty nice open here, so I did look at that when you guys mentioned it, and also Friday. Another day would actually move well. And if you look at the last two trading days, same thing. We've been just moving higher for some reason. Today, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a hit or miss. Pre-market's not giving us a whole lot to go on. It could be in play. I don't have space on my secondary. How many lines? How many stuff can we put in here? Let's see how far we can go. All
It's
right,
true. I
let's.
haven't seen that many things on your secondary in a while. So,
Yeah, I think I'm running out of space in the banner below. All right, so AMD, yeah, so AMD, NVIDIA, and Intel, they're falling on in the same area. I gotta say though, AMD this morning, I see what you guys keep bringing it up, does look actually pretty good. Pretty good. Pre-market looks nice here. The daily looks nice. Yeah, I think this could be on the primary list, friends. Yes, so I think I'll put AMD here on the primary list for today. So it has not been here in quite some time, but I think today could be the day. Which has got to get that momentum and break. I feel like we have not been getting that. So let's see if we can do that. All right. What else? What else? What else? Let's see here.
I think we're running a little behind here. So,
Yeah, I'll take one more from chat and then we'll call it actually AMD where you looked at. I think we're good then, guys. AMD, AMD. Yep, perfect. All right, friends. Let's take a look at our chat, our website, bearwithtraders.com. And you can always head over there and see what's going on. Here it is, bearwithtraders.com. Click on webinars. Today is Tuesday. Click on that and see what's taking place this weekend, Tuesday.
and when you do that, you're going to be looking at our strategy and trade book sessions. We've got a number today, starting with the stuff at the bottom of the screen there early in the day, which are the small account options trade book and the DOS Trader Pro setup. Those are at 11 and noon, respectively. The first being in the webinar room, the second in the onboarding room, which means it's available for all classes of membership. It's great to get started. It's a good build on the course. If you went last night, Carlos, how'd that go? You always do the onboarding class on Mondays. And
Yeah.
yeah, if you did that, then you probably want to go to Brendan's Know How to Set Up Your DAS platform and get the most out of it. But had
Yeah, we got
fun.
a great group of people that showed up, man. A lot of people from Canada.
Oh,
Vancouver,
okay.
Toronto. We had a lot of members from Canada yesterday, so Canada showed up
Oh,
strong in the chat, and me and Dwayne we did our
okay.
thing there, and again, thank you guys for joining. We'll do it again next Monday. Actually, next Monday's a holiday. We'll figure that out. We'll figure out the schedule for that.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
is
Martin
it
Luther King Day.
MLK?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll figure that out. All right.
Right. Well, I didn't even realize. So that means the markets are closed. Look at that. Monday,
Yeah. How are
January
they
the
closed? They
19th.
are closed, right? I believe
They are,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to reschedule that. Anyways, but that's not tonight. Tonight we do have our signature webinar having at 8 o'clock. Looks like Thor's leading that one. He's going to talk about how you can leverage VPA and auction theory, which is what he bases his trading on, to succeed in the market. So that's at 8 p.m. in the webinar room for all of our elite members. If you want to get access to those webinars and be part of the fun, then you got to go to bearabletraders.com, scroll down, and you can see the different membership options. Join with the program that's right from you, from the intro through to the elite. Well, anyone. If you're out there on YouTube, we thank you for being there. If you're a member of Lambos and Garbage Trucks, welcome. And yeah, you can get access to all of the giveaways. Did you do a giveaway yesterday? I don't think
Oh
we
yeah.
did one yesterday. Did you?
Every
Okay.
day. Every day. We get one yesterday. We'll do one again
Right.
today for our Lambos and Garbage Truck members. So if you want to join, you can do so on YouTube.
Right.
Click that join.
Okay. Well, there you go. So absolutely do that every day. It's good to be part of the team. We can see all the perks that you get as part of a Lambo and garbage truck member. And look at that. Custom emojis, loyalty badges, all these stuff. Wow. Exclusive content with the videos that we got for members only. And of course, we get to put the fancy little tags, which is the most fun. So whatever you're doing, hopefully you're out there. Click the thumbs up. We deeply appreciate it. And there you go. People are, what's with all the garbage trucks today? All right, all garbage truck as well.
I think that's
It's
the best ticker on there, man. I mean,
garbage
clearly
truck.
your face, Andrews and Brian's, but the garbage truck is special.
All
It really is.
right,
All right, there we
there
go.
you go.
All right, friends. Let's get some
Um,
levels in place for you, and
all right,
we'll get
yeah,
rocking and rolling here. Yeah.
let's do it.
Let's I updated my list a little bit, so I got Intel, Tesla, AMD, and Oklo, and then I took some off the secondary list. Still a very long secondary, but much better than what we started with. So let's go ahead and start with Intel. Has been trading pretty nice here and there. I'm going to have it on deck this morning. Let's see what it does. High of the pre-market right now, 40.06 is the one we're going to mark there. So 40.06, and then towards the bottom, you do have the highs and lows for the last two trading days. Lows of the pre-market here is going to be down at 44.76. Tons of volume, 5.7 million shares traded, but that's typical Intel. Like Intel trades good volume overall on the daily. It's just, can it pick a direction and can it move in it with some momentum? So you're kind of all set towards the bottom, guys. Plenty of stuff happening down here. I don't think you need to add anything more. Let's get to the top. We have not been up here in some time, so we're going to go back now to 2023 24 area, actually 2023 right here. A couple of levels we're going to mark down. We're looking at the weekly now. We're going to go 48.06. We're going to go down to 47.04. Tons of stuff happening there. And just in case, again, I don't think Intel has this in it, but 49.07, just in case we really turn on the jets here and get going. All right, next on the list is going to be our good buddy Tesla, which we always have on deck. Let's see how they look this morning. So here is Tesla right now. Wow, look at the daily. Beautiful bounce over the last couple of days. Went red, red, red. And the last 3 trading days turning the direction here. Right now, high of the pre-market is right at 451.46. This is worth noting down. You want to keep that there too, even if the pre-market high goes higher. Because look at this resistance you're getting there. So struggling to get above that. Let's see if it does. Higher highs, higher lows there. So let's see if it's able to break out of that. Once you do that, on the bigger picture, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days, doing a great job. Low of the pre-market down at 447. 90. So we'll put a level there. And then once you do that, you're set towards the bottom. Towards the top, you got yesterday's high, and you've just had another high level just in case at 457.49. And once you do that, you're all set. There's the break off the high of the pre-market. I'm still going to keep this here. We'll set a new pre-market high a little bit later after the market open. AMD looks good today. I like the pre-market action. I'm just concerned, can they actually break out and get going? So 216.08 is the high of the pre-market now. The low is pretty much set where the high of yesterday was, so don't have to worry about that. You're covered. We do have a minor level at 212.36, nothing fancy. Above our pre-market high. Oh, look at that pre-market high, by the way. See that? That is an amazing level. No coincidence. Look at all the resistance you got there over a couple of days, over a stretch there. Next big level I see is going to be down up at 220.27. Once you do that, actually, no. This one right over here. Nice big level at 218.98 is the next one I see off the daily. So that is AMD. You're all set there. Last but not least, going to be Oklo, friends, as we get ready here for the market open. Oklo high of the pre-market, we're looking at 106.72. The low, as we scroll to the left, is going to be down at 103.90. And once you do that, you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. So we're just going to go to the left here a little bit. Pick up some levels towards the top. A nice level here at 109.07. You got confirmation here and here as well. And then towards the bottom, you got plenty highs and lows for the last two trading days. All right, Peter, tell us what our team is watching, and then we'll get ready to hand it off to Brian and Andrew.
Yeah, being that we're running late, I'll just say everybody pretty much has Tesla, NVIDIA, and AMD on their list. And then they got a smattering of different things like OKLO, Rocket Lab, Amazon, and Broadcom on the list. So that seems to be what people are watching. Whatever you've got, trade smart, guys. I'm hoping for a good morning here. Nothing is a standout. Remember, we had that big pop earlier on both the SPY and the Qs, largely sold off. And now we're regaining some of that. So we're about, I'd say about 2/3 of the way up that pop. So it looks like we're going to hold some of that value. But again, when the opening bell rings, understand that there was a previous level before that happened. So let's see what happens, right? I'm going to be cautiously optimistic that we're going to get a predictable move here at the open. Let's go.
All right, perfect. Friends over in chat, take care, trade safe. We're going to continue on X and YouTube. Have an amazing trading day. All right, all checked off here, and let's see what is going on. So, all right, Tesla looking good right now. Doing some stuff. We'll get our 1 minute or 5 minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Nope.
Putting my sales platform here. All right. All right, here we go.
Right back down on Tesla, friends.
Okay. Oh, drop on NVIDIA here. Apple. What am I going to put down here? What are we watching? Okay, hello. I put the AHMA, Carlos, because it actually looks good pre-market. I don't have a lot of hope that it's going to continue, but you never know. We'll see what it does. JP Morgan.
AHMA, that one.
Yeah, that one. Oh, there's my alarm. We got a minute, 1 minute to the market open here. So time to, as Andrew would say, let's get into character.
Yes.
Yes. Do our vocal exercises. We'll get ready. Okay. Ready for the open.
Oh, that's good. All right, friends. Place your bets. Yes. Pick your horses.
Watch Tesla, as usual, Tesla and NVIDIA at the open, AMD, and I think I'll put Intel just because others are watching it. I don't have faith in it, but
Look at
see where we
the
go.
action on Tesla pre-market here before the market opened.
Mm-hmm. Here's the bell. Here it is.
All right, there we go,
Excuse me.
friends.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. See what the
Tesla is
action
gone
is.
right back to the previous day close here. And let's see if it holds green or goes red. Looks like it's going red in the short term.
All right. All right, Tesla bouncing off the previous day close. All right, we're coming up on the 1 minute mark. 5 seconds here.
All right, I have gone long Tesla. I tried to get it off the previous day close. I want to be, oh my God, and it just smashed down and took me out. Okay, be that way. What the hell?
It's got to be so
All right.
hasty.
Yeah, that was rude.
Not cool, not cool.
Not cool. Yeah, let's try this again. All right. Taking another partial. I got back in and oh my God, and it took me out again. What the hell?
Tesla's
Oh my
playing hard to get,
goodness.
man. Look at
Wow,
PLTR go.
that was totally rude. It is, and it took me out at the exact same price the previous time I got out. That's so weird.
Mm.
Which was well below my entry in this case. So that is just mean.
See what Intel's doing
Yeah.
here. Intel's actually moving a lot better. I can see you can get 40, 50 cents fairly easy. Wasn't like that
Hmm.
before. So it's getting nicer
Yeah.
movements on Intel. So Tesla's just stuck. Previous day close and the VWAPs is back and forth right now, trying to decide what's next. How does the
Yeah.
Atlas look on it? Let's see. Tesla, it looks bearish, man.
It
Looks bearish.
does. It looks like it wants to drop now. I don't know what to make of that. It's holding right above previous day close, but if it drops it, it could drop pretty hard here.
Yeah,
I'm
I am
not
gonna
going
take a
long again.
short here. Right
Oh,
at the previous
okay.
day close. Let's see if Market Atlas is gonna deliver this. So it looks very weak. Market Atlas was short on Tesla. Come on, 447.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yes, partial. Let's see if we can get down. Look at the Market Atlas, guys. Looks pretty bearish right now, but again, it's just one indicator and it's early. Usually level 2 early on is a little bit tougher. We got one partial in. Let's see if we can. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, just right back to previous day close. Um, I don't like that we keep testing my previous day close.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna get
don't
out.
love
I don't
that
like it.
either.
I'm gonna get out. I got out for a small win here. I'm so glad I did.
Hmm.
I didn't like it. It's not trading well, man. Even with the Atlas being as bearish as it is, I don't like it, man. It's
Yeah.
not trading well, Peter. It
Yeah.
really is not.
I hear you. I took two longs on Tesla and wasn't loving it. You took the short, didn't love it. It's a tough one here. Like, and see now it's
Yeah,
going
man.
above even where I had
Yes.
been before.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm so glad. That was a great judgment call. I normally don't give myself credit, but that was, look at this thing, man. That was a great call to get out of it. Now your long is working, Peter. Did you get back in?
I I did. I did.
Nice, 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 nice. Yeah,
So, but I
it's
don't
not
have a
trading well.
great fill. I'm at
Yeah,
450.51. There you go. Okay. Now I'm gonna sell
and
some up here.
yeah, and look at the
And
Atlas.
Let
You
me
saw how we saw it
most
earlier? Earlier was all bearish, and then it's just everything disappeared and it's just shot up. So
look at that. And it did it
it's just,
again. You stupid, you bastard. What the hell? It's
I think we got to leave that one alone today, man. That one is.
oh
I'm
my
glad I'm
God.
green on
Look
that
at the,
thing. That thing is ugly.
look,
Um,
look at this,
Intel.
Carl. I don't know if you can see. I've got
Yeah, I
my
got your screen. Yeah.
screen. Oh my
Yeah, it's just
goodness. It's
nasty,
just
nasty, man. It's
like look at that.
nasty.
I've got three trades and they're even hard to see on here because I mean I got in, I got a partial way up here and then
Yep.
bam, stopped me out. And then in the same minute where I got stopped out, I went back in, got a partial at the same level, bam, stopped me out at like the exact same spot.
Yeah,
And
it's
then you can see I just went long again, got a partial up here when it popped and then bam, right? Like right back to where I entered and then stopped me out. You can't even
is
see my exit because it's underneath
yeah,
my entry.
yeah.
But so that's it. And I'm like, this is, man, that
Yeah,
is
it's not
tough.
trading well. Even when as soon as I was
No.
in it, I got a partial and then I got out, thankfully all green. Because again, it's just the price action was very, very weird. Um, and I'm glad I did because the minute I got out, then you had this. I would have been stopped out above the VWAP anyways. But why not? That wouldn't put my trade red here. At least I'm ending the trade green. And now it's just struggling. It's just like having a very tough time. Oklo
Right.
moving. Nvidia trying to get above the VWAP. Let's see, friends. Oh, Nvidia looks good. I don't like that we got the previous day close here though. We taken trades like that before, but I just don't like it when we're here on it like that. So let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Um,
This is a tough situation here. So I've tried to go the other way, Carlos. I just went short,
yeah.
and
Oh, nice.
again, and I'm out at break even again. It came back up and hit me. So again, because I just this thing is popping and dropping so much. I didn't get a great
Yeah.
entry. I was going for the break of the low of day, and I was pretty much in right at the low. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love my trade. So
Yeah. Yeah.
anyways, we'll
Atlas is back looking weak again. So if you look at Atlas, you can see that there's more bids just came in here. So, but again, that didn't work last time. They disappeared and it went the other way. Very aggressive. So, but I do like the setup short, Peter. I do have to agree. This setup short here, the pullback, breakdown from the previous day close. This looks good, man. And now it looks like it might go. It might
yeah.
go.
I don't want to chase this thing because
No,
it's just
yeah, I would not chase it, but again, uh, you know, your style is a little bit different than mine. But the field indicator says we're dropping, but I don't have a
right.
strategy to jump on this. I really don't. But the indicator, the old me would have been short on right here, a long time ago. Would have been short right here, short for the breakdown because it looks like that's gonna happen. But what's the strategy, Carlos? You don't have a strategy, so you're not gonna jump into a trade with no strategy. Not gonna happen. So let's look for
Right.
something that we can actually trade with a strategy here. Let's take a look. What's setting up? NVIDIA. NVIDIA is gonna be great. 5 minute ORB. If we can break out of here, 185, we can break out of that. We could take it for a 5 minute ORB breakup. Then we can use the VWAP and the previous day close as support. So that's what I'm gonna be looking for in NVIDIA. Let's see if we can. If you look at the 5 minute, if we can engulf this candle here, 185, that could be a good setup long. And if we don't like it, right at 185, if I don't like it there, we can wait for the next candle, see if we can get some kind of pullback or something. So actually, this candle's about to finish. Let's see what it does. This candle's just about to finish up here. Let's see, friends. Can we finish above the previous day close? You can do it. You can do it. Let's see. It's trying. 3 seconds. There it is. New candle.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Atlas, what are you telling me, Atlas? What do we got? It's pretty balanced out. There's not much on Atlas. Pretty balanced here on NVIDIA. No, it's not working. It's not working. Oh, the field indicator was off, friends. You see that? This is why we don't take this nastiness.
Yeah.
Tesla
It's
is
I like
brutal
yeah.
today.
Yeah, Tesla's just really tough. I
Yeah.
watching NVIDIA, I don't like it when you get this the previous day close and the VWAP right in a very
Yes.
tight area.
Messy.
Especially, I mean, look at those candles that we're trading right between those two levels,
Yeah.
and it's got to break. It's really tough to tell, which way it's going to break. So. Right now, to me, it's pretty balanced, isn't it? Like there's orders down at
Yeah.
183, but there's orders up at 186.
Yeah.
So, like you've got both directions represented here. So,
Yeah. Atlas. A level 2 is not giving you a whole lot. Checking out Atlas here.
no.
I do like
Look
it
at
for
look at
long, but we
Tesla.
gotta get above this previous day close. And then maybe we can get a long opportunity. But watching, just watching.
That AHMA stock was halted. It popped up, then got halted, and then it dropped down and got halted. So
Hmm.
that's it's definitely got people's attention with all this volume, but it's just too volatile, right? Because it's these moves are getting it stopped very quickly. So,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. AMD, Carlos, was a good trade if people got long off the open. It ended up moving. Why was I not doing AMD, eh? It's always
Yeah. AMD, they
feel
get the
like you're always
move.
watching the wrong thing sometimes.
Yep. Yep. Intel back above the VWAP.
Yeah.
Oklo, nothing. NVIDIA, just the rejection at this 184.94 is real. Like it's happening. It's not
Yeah.
breaking through.
Yeah.
Um, and Tesla is just ping pong action back at this 447 level. Trying to get something going there. It is. Oh, look at the breakdown. Very nice breakdown on Tesla here. And now it looks like the continuation might be there
Yeah.
for it. Let's see, 447.
It's really tough today. I don't like it.
Uh,
Oh, I just got a text message, Carlos.
what's
It
up?
says, "Do you still need a job? Delete and report spam."
Then he sent you that you can make $800 a day.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
got
This
those.
was just a random. I'm sure they just mass blast to all sorts of numbers. Do you still need a job? Because
Yeah,
there's enough people that if you're looking for a job, you're going to respond to that and unfortunately
yeah,
get
it's gonna
yourself
fit right in.
scammed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Look at Tesla. Look how mean
it's
and ugly
wild.
that is. Right
It
back at
is.
previous day close. Like that's just brutal. That's cruel at this
That's
point.
that's just disrespectful, man. Disrespectful is what
Yeah.
that is. And I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. It just doesn't make any sense. But I'm looking, friends, looking for to see what else, but nothing. Everything I'm watching here is just not hitting any of my strategies. You got Intel. Intel looks good for a long. You got the breakout, got the pullback. Not as close as the V up as I like, but the actual setup itself looks very nice for a possible break here. That's for, let's call it 46.35. Give it about 40 cents to get 40 cents. I don't know. I don't know, friends. Yep. Let's go. Let's try it. It might not be a big winner, but we're long Intel 46.30, 32. See if we can get a couple of cents to pay for tonight's dinner. See if we could do that.
Mm.
Let's see what it can do here. So long Intel, high of the day 46.73. Let's see if it has the juice to retest that one more time.
Wow. NVIDIA is selling off a little bit. AMD holding up here at 221. Andrew's taking a bet on a long here.
Oh yeah, what he's taking a bet on? What he's taking
AMD.
long?
Sorry.
AMD.
AMD. Yeah.
Nice, nice,
So
nice, nice.
looking for it to move higher to up to
Yeah,
222, which looks reasonable. What does the Atlas tell us on AMD? Let's bring it up here. Yeah, there are orders at 222, so that looks like a potential target. There's a ladder, 221.50, 221.80, 222. I like the look of it, but it's got to get there we go.
let's see. Intel, you
Here's
piece of garbage. So here it is, coming to our stop, 45.90, right below the VWAP. It just tipped
there
it,
you
but
go.
this is gonna
222.
continue. This is gonna continue lower.
Mm-mm.
It's not looking good. 40.45.90. Yeah, I got a bail on it. All right, so I am out on Intel, friends. Did not work out. We did not get our break on Intel. And AMD is doing some stuff. Man, what a day. What a day. Nothing's working. Nothing's hitting our strategies.
Yeah,
Walmart's trading
it's
great
a tough
today.
one.
Walmart's trading awesome today. Now that I'm not looking at it. Oh, look at JP Morgan. What's up with JP Morgan?
Yeah, it's selling off, isn't it? It's Oklo also sold off back to previous day close. This AHMA opened for another 30 seconds, dropped, and then halted again. So it's now been halted for longer than it's been open in this trading day.
That is AHMA, right? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is scary stuff, man.
yeah,
Be very,
yeah.
very careful, friends.
And especially
Very,
if
very
you
careful.
imagine if you got in on that initial pop thinking, all right, this is it, right? This is the pop, we're going back up to 15, and
This
you
one here,
got
right?
in, and
This one.
then
Yeah.
yeah, right. Well, no, I meant the earlier one, even right when it was going higher, and you thought, oh, this is the pop off the open, right? It's yeah, it was right in there somewhere, and you say, oh, and then it gets halted, and you're like, well, I'll hold through the halt, and we'll see what happens, and then
Right.
it drops, and you're like, oh no, well, I'm stuck now. Let's just wait, and then it would open and
Yeah,
halt again, and
scary,
then now
man.
you're down at $9, like $2 below your entry, and thinking, what the hell? Like now I'm screwed. All right,
It's
so.
scary.
Anyway, this is why
And
you
it
got to be
fakes
really
you out
careful on
because
these. Yeah.
the holds up, right?
Yeah.
It actually pops up, so you're thinking, "Hey, we're good." And you like you said, Pierre, this thing happens so fast. You might not get a chance to get out before it holds, right?
No.
So yeah, it's
No. And you can enter your order and you might not get filled. I mean, I've been in
yeah,
those
yep,
where you don't get filled because there's such a backlog of orders. And frankly, we go to the back of the line. So
yep,
uh
yep.
it's yeah, you got to be careful. So anyways, It's not an easy
Let's see what's
morning,
going on.
and you know what? It sort of makes sense. One thing we didn't talk about pre-market, you got to remember that there is a little bit of stress going on between the Fed and the executive branch in the U.S. As there's been, of course, the Department of Justice probe or threatened criminal charges against a number of the Fed chairs. And that I know that Powell came out and made a statement yesterday, I think it was yesterday about that. So,
Yeah.
um, so that's got to, maybe the markets are just waiting to see what's going to happen with that. Um, it's always tough to tell. Like the market is choppy. I'm just looking at both the Qs and the SPY right now. They haven't really picked a direction. Um, So it's not a surprise maybe that Tesla's as ugly as it is. NVIDIA not looking pretty. AMD actually managed to get going, but it's faltered here, so it's not doing much.
Yeah, this 222 is really struggling here. So I'm not sure what kind of level that is. Let's take a look. 222. Um, it is having a hard time here. Let's see. Just watching my trade at the
Yeah.
same time, but let's see AMD daily. What do we got? Uh, oh yeah, we got something here. I mean, you can clearly see it here, friends, right? There's some kind of daily level right around that 222. So you see all this resistance. So it's trying to break from a level that struggled many times. So it could do it. It's done it before. A couple of days here. You see the wicks right above that, so it can do it. But it's definitely some kind of daily level that seems to have a lot of a weight to it, based on how much touches we have there. So let's see. All right. Let's see if this time we're gonna work out, friends. We are trying to get Intel now back to the high of the day. We got a better entry this time, and let's see if the momentum sticks. Looks like it has potential. Let's see. Uh, 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 AMD, NVIDIA, Oclo, NVIDIA, nice short. Man, JP Morgan. I thought the banks were not gonna be a big deal today, but look at JP Morgan doing his thing here. It is trading very well. Actually, it's better. It's the best one out of all of them. JP Morgan seems to have the best. Looking at West Fargo, West Fargo is decent, but out of all of them, JP Morgan seems to be the better looking one. Nice, and you got the same entry as well on Intel. Awesome, man. Let's see if it goes. I mean, we're much better entry um, than last time. So our stop just could be a little bit lower, but around the same place, 48, 45, 48, 45.80. And let's see if we can get to 46.72. So
I tried another short on Tesla. That did not work out. It came right up and stopped me out. It looked like it
Tesla.
was about to break down, and I don't know why I keep persisting here, but I thought I'd try. But
Yeah, yeah.
it just
Yep. Yeah, I know they had earnings, but I still didn't think they were gonna do all this morning. It's actually pretty good for J.P. Morgan. Wait, was it today? No, earnings was not today. Was it today for J.P. Morgan?
yeah,
Oh,
this
it
morning.
was today. Oh, so it's tomorrow. We have the
There we
other
go.
ones.
Okay.
You
Okay.
got the move.
Whoa, what's going on? I
You
got
got the
some
move.
move here. I just took two partials. I got back in short. I figured
Okay. Tesla, right?
if it's spiking to these areas, yeah. Tesla, let's bring it up
Nice.
on the screen here. You can see it's not the best of trades, but we'll see what happens here. If I can get I get back down to just this low where my previous entry was, that'll be good. 448 would be a level that I'd look for, but this thing is so choppy though. All right,
All right,
taking
let's
another partial
see.
here.
Let's see. Andrew's calling our members traders.
Next one.
uh,
Traders.
Ajit, don't get me in trouble, man. Do not get me in trouble. I am in like in a good grace of Andrew with the BBT community and Peter. Do not start drama, my friend.
Here we go. Okay. All right. So come on. Oh no, I missed
Man,
the
that's
partial. Come on.
awesome.
Below 448. I was looking for another partial. Come on. 440. As soon as I see that ask hit 447, I want to take another partial. If
Okay, well, see, Peter, you took it from the top of the range now to the low of the range, which clearly Tesla is saying.
right.
So that is that makes perfect sense,
Exa
you know? Um,
exactly. I
yeah,
figured I got stopped out, but then it didn't continue, right? And it looked weak, so I thought, well, let's see if we can get down to the low of the range, and anything below, if it can drop 448, I'll be good. Right now, I'm still trying to make back that loss that I had because this was a full loss because I got in and then added to it, and then sorry, I got in here, added to it, and then got stopped out. So, uh, but you know, we'll see. You know, the way this thing's been moving, it could very well come back up and stop me out, right?
yeah, yep,
It's
absolutely,
certainly,
absolutely. All right, friends, we are still holding on to this Intel, trying to get to 4673 is the high of the day right now. So, um, slowly doing that. Let's see if we can break through that.
somebody's supporting this at 448. So with that, I'm going to take a partial here just because it's bounced here so many times.
Okay.
I didn't get the 447 fill that I was looking for, but again, this thing has been so choppy. All right. So 447.50 would give me $2 on this trade. That's definitely within reach. Take another partial if we get down there.
All right, very nice, Peter. Friends over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, we have over 1,000 people watching, which is pretty awesome. So we'll love your help, friends, to
Yeah.
get us to oh, where the likes go? There it is. We are sitting at here we are,
Likes go.
248. We'd
Let's-
love to be a little bit higher. Our goal is usually 400. So if you want to help us get there, really appreciate it. So thank you, friends. Appreciate you guys, and those that have already hit the thumbs up, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. All right. So Peter is in Tesla. I'm in Intel. I'm long. He's short, and
Mhm.
we're just looking for a continuation right now. So
Yeah,
Peter's
we're
got a
both looking
couple of
for a
yeah,
move to continue. You
yeah. Here it
still you haven't
is.
taken a first partial yet?
No, I want to get to the high of the day, man. This thing barely moves. Like we're up
Okay.
40 cents now. Okay, now this is actually pretty good. Um,
Okay.
but I want to see if we could break. It's such a slow mover. Here it is,
Yeah.
4670. Ah, come on.
Come on, drop
I don't.
448. Somebody's really supporting this Tesla
Yeah.
price at 448. You can see it bounce every single time. And yeah, if it drops, it's probably going to drop hard. So I got to get ready every time it gets down close there. But so far,
Yeah,
it's not doing it. Come on. I'm going to take
you
a
can
smaller
do it,
partial. I think
Intel.
we get
Who's long
448. It
Intel?
feels
Who's
like
short with Peter? Did you guys join any of these trades after checking your trade book and make
uh,
sure it fits your trading style, not following, uh, just blindly? Hopefully, you
come
guys
on.
are doing it that way. Let's see here. Come on,
Wow.
Intel.
Look at this thing.
What is long Intel? Okay, so we got some people long Intel. Uncle D Trace, I know you got back long on Intel as well. We're struggling, guys. I'm gonna take a partial just in case. Well, maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe
see,
not.
I just did the same thing, Carlos. I took a partial because we're struggling at my level as well. So
Yeah.
it's
It's like we're up and down. It wants to go. It wants to go. Oh, here it is. We got the ass coming in. Come on now. Breakthrough. Look at that. Ah, you're hurting my eyes. Now I'm gonna partial. You're taking too long. Play safe. We'll take a
yeah,
partial here. Um, take some money off the table.
I hear you.
Uh, take some money off the table. Oh no no no! I blindly follow everything Carlos does. No 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 no. That's not a good
What?
thing, man.
No,
No, I
absolutely
know you're
not.
kidding. I know you're joking. You have to be. Oh man.
Please, please tell us you're joking. Yeah.
Yes yes. Don't do that.
That's our worst nightmare. As a trader, our worst
Oh,
nightmare is people will just
oh
blindly follow us into trades,
yeah.
right? Because,
Oh yeah yeah yeah.
you
We
know,
don't want
it's
that.
because no,
That's so much
I don't
pressure.
know
Now
if
I
I'm
gotta
right
make
or
sure
not.
that
That's
I make money, that
yeah.
you make money. It's too much pressure. We don't need that.
Yeah.
No, 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 no.
Yeah. I don't want to be
I want.
responsible for any. I mean, I can barely manage my own profitability. I don't want to worry about someone else's.
Oh no, 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 no. Absolutely not. Oh man.
All right. Come on. Come on, Tesla. There is definitely some buying. 448. Somebody's got some deep pockets. They keep supporting it. I'm just look at the number of times. Look at these candles. Look how flat it is. Like how many times it's hit 448 over the last
Oh,
15 minutes, right? Like it's
friends.
just
Let's go. All right,
so
all
if it
right.
breaks this level, low of day is like absolutely in target, but it might not, right? I mean, I'm okay. I'm about a dollar, there we
Oh, there it
go.
is,
See
Peter. Come on,
now,
get it.
let's see.
There it is. Go, go,
Now,
go.
there. That's where I said I was going to take a partial. So I just
Well
got my
done.
partial. There we go. That's beautiful.
Very nice.
So
Very nice.
yeah, so that's,
Oh,
a good
Peter, you're
lesson in that,
getting the
right?
move,
Like
man. You're getting the
yeah.
move. I
And
like that.
that's exactly what I was just saying seconds ago, right? If it breaks, it's going to break and probably go to low of day. I had the 447.50 only because that's $2 from my entry, so I wanted a partial. Now we're at the low, which is a logical place that, I think I could take
Oh,
another. Let me take
yes,
another
sir.
partial here.
Yes,
So
yes,
this is
yes.
great. This is exactly what I was looking for. I've made back all of my early losses. We're now in the green. And that was a rough day for me. Like I have, it's a little bit of a weird one too, right? Because I have four short trades. No, I have five. One, two, three, four. I have five short trades and one long trade, all on Tesla.
Yeah.
That's a lot of trading for me. You
I
guys
like
know
how
me.
I like how Peter says is that was a rough day for me. Peter, it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. All
What?
right, fair enough.
No, I get it.
Yeah, yeah,
In trading time, it's a long time in a lot of
yeah,
trades. So
yeah.
I've been there. I know
Exactly.
exactly what you're talking
That
about.
was Yeah, yeah, that
I'm
was
just giving you
5 hours
crap.
of work, trading work. No, no, you're right though. It's we can lose that perspective sometimes. So, but
Yes, yes.
then here we are. Well, so, anyways, let me share this with the chat room.
All right, let's do a poll. I want to see how people actually. I want to see how people trade. I want to see how people trade. Let's do a poll. Let's go here. And then don't forget, friends, later today, funded account. Funded account, another one every day, guys. Every day, funded account. I had someone on my Instagram send me a message yesterday after I showed them who won. They sent me a message. Wait, this is every day? I'm like, yeah, it's every day. He's like, oh snap! I used to come in, hit the like button, and watch it for a little bit, then head out. I'll stick around tomorrow. So I was like, yeah, man, it's every single day. So definitely join.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do it. And the other question I had is if somebody already paid for their funded account and they're actually doing their paid funded account, no problem. You can still win. If you win, you can do this one after, right? So that's okay too. So funded account later today, we'll give another one away for our Lambos and Garbage Truck members. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll here. Let's do that.
Rami Habashi, today is your day. Why is today your day? And it's good. You're gonna win.
It's gonna
Or
win.
have you had some good? Oh my God! Look at Tesla came right back up. Stop me out. So look at
Oh,
that.
that
That just shows
yep.
how temperamental Tesla is today. So
Today it's
all
been
right. Well, I
wild.
mean, so not as big of a green as I was hoping for, but at least I get to hold on to the green trade, and I'm okay with it. I guess I'll take it. What a
It's an awesome
crazy.
trade, man. You caught it from the top of the range to the bottom of the range, which
Yeah.
was already a couple of parcels, and then you took the breakout. So I mean, you have not been
Oof.
more perfect.
It's
Now, did
yeah, it was rough.
your
All right,
stop
but
was at the top of the
speaking of
range? Yeah,
breakout, yeah,
yep.
you're getting the move higher
Yes,
on Intel, so that's good. That it's finally
yeah.
breaking higher here. But yeah, like it's arguably, I could have given it a little bit of room to the top side, but Tesla can be so quick to move, right? And temperamental, especially if it got up to that 450. I was a little worried about just getting caught in a pop, which would have eroded my profitability. And so I just got out and yeah, so sort of happy I did. See, there's Tesla at 450, like I was just talking about. Tesla's weird, man. Every time I say something, it goes and does exactly what I'm talking about. So
Mm.
it's listening.
Only
It's
say
listening
things
to me
like
today.
only say things that go in your
Yeah,
favor, man.
I guess so. I should have.
Oh boy.
I should
All
be
right, let's
throwing
see
out
here.
crackpot theories and make Tesla move the way I want it to.
Yep.
Anyways, so yeah.
Think we're getting ready for another partial on Intel, friends. We're getting a little stutter step here. Let's see. Yeah, take a partial here just in case this is the turnaround point for a pullback. We'll take some off the table here. So we're still in it. Two partials since first trade didn't work
Welcome.
out. Got back in and partial here before the break. It was very hesitant. The struggle. I wish I would have waited a little bit more, but again, the struggle was so strong here. I was concerned back to the entry and then out of break even would have been the rule after that. So got out here and then we're got the break, took a partial, and now we're getting a nice move. So let's see if this is going to continue. Welcome. We have Sergian Seni
Yeah.
90. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Love to have you. Love the picture. Is that an airplane? That looks good. It makes me feel like I'm traveling. So good stuff, man. Welcome
There's an
to
airplane wing, it looks
the
like. Yeah.
community. All right.
Carlos, I
Very
have to
nice.
admit, yesterday I booked a cottage for the summer, and
Okay.
you were talking about pictures that make you feel. So here, let me just share this. Here's the here's one of the pictures from the cottage that you know that they when I booked. So picture from
Oh,
the front
yeah,
of
it's
that cottage.
nice.
Doesn't that make you want to go
That's very
somewhere and
inviting.
just
Yeah, no
yeah,
question.
there's the cottage we've booked for the summer for when my son comes. So
Yeah, yeah.
looks like a great place.
That
So,
looks nice,
anyways,
man. Off the water like that by the west. That's beautiful, man.
yeah, yeah.
That is beautiful.
Hopefully it should be great. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Anyways, so something to look forward to. So
Awesome.
Duong saying I said I was going to say some outlandish things. He wants Tesla to 1,000. So okay, so everything I'm about. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that because then it might negate it. But Okay, so Tesla looks like it's really poised to make a really big move. It's probably going to pop about $450 here to get to 900, and then I think it can sort of move to 1,000 for the rest of the day. So we're going to see Tesla up to 1,000 here in just a few minutes. It's just about to pop, so let's go.
Let's do this.
There you go, Duong. If that doesn't make it move, I'm out of tricks. And if you believe what I just said, I've got a bridge to sell you.
Oh boy. Just as we expected here, friends, it was struggling. We took a partial because of this potential pullback, and we are getting it now. Let's see if the 20 moving average could do its job and keep the trade alive. Stop us at break even for sure. But if we get to 46.50, if we get like in this area, I don't want to go lower than this 46.50 really. So um, let's see if it can hold here.
Oh my God. Time to relax, focus. Yeah, you're going long for the bridge. Is that was proven to be a fake news back in the day? That was not real, was it? The guy that
What?
reputedly sold the Brooklyn Bridge a couple of times for scrap
You know,
metal.
I
That's where
never
that
looked that
expression comes
story
from.
up. That expression is very
Okay.
famous, obviously. I never actually looked that up
Yeah.
and see if that actually took place. That would be insane.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know if it was true or not. Maybe you guys know out there. It sounds too crazy to be true, but I suppose, it is such a crazy story that I because my understanding of the story was that some guy who was a contractor or whatever said he got a contract from the city to demolish the Brooklyn Bridge, and he was looking to sell the scrap metal. So, I mean, that would be a ton of iron, right? That would be very valuable.
yeah.
Was it an Eiffel Tower? I thought it was a Brooklyn Bridge that somebody was selling. The Eiffel Tower is a real story. Somebody's going to sell it for scrap metal. Same story. Maybe this is
Hmm.
how these things spread, right? That they get
Yeah.
created.
This thing,
Same
yeah.
story, get moved across the pond. Oh, okay. It was the Great Wall of China. I don't know. There's a lot of metal in the great. Sell it for like rock, for rubble. Anyways. Oh man, he did it twice. Yeah, that's what I'd heard. That he did it twice. He managed to sell it to two different people or something. Anyways, I don't know if it's real or not. USA has some great con artists. I think every culture has got those stories. I think sometimes they just get popularized more than others.
Hmm.
But I suppose that comes with capitalism, right? You get
Yeah.
lots of cons.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
Tesla's is moving higher, not to a
Uh,
thousand yet, but
all right,
let's
friends.
see if
Let's
we can
see
get a
how
bounce
people are
for.
are tr- are trading here. So I got to pull up. How do
Oh,
you? I forgot to put you. How do you manage winning trades? You partial into strength, or do you wait for target nor partial? So let's see how people are managing their winning trades. So
hmm.
take your vote in there.
Well,
Curious to see.
I don't want to influence people's answers too much, but yeah,
I,
Carlos, you and
I, I,
I both partial
yeah,
into
we're
strength.
both.
We,
People know which way we
uh,
are, but let's see how many we
hmm.
get here.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's not necessarily right, right? Traditional logic would tell you not to do that, but in
yeah,
fact, especially if you're
correct.
trading for a lot of the big houses, they would say that's not how you go about it. But
Yeah, so
there's a comfort level. There's a putting money in the bank while you can strategy,
yeah,
right? So
it's not the most
yeah.
efficient way to trade.
No,
That's for sure. You
but
can
it's
make a lot
hard.
more
It,
money
it's hard
waiting
to
for a
go.
target.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's
Yeah,
hard to hold all or nothing because all or nothing trading requires a lot of sort of fortitude,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you sacrifice other stats. We've talked about this in the past, but to be clear, it means that your win rate typically is a lot lower because
yeah,
you're going to let a lot of things sort of move against you and come back to your break even or your stop out that would
yeah,
otherwise have been profitable. And
Yeah.
again, but net it pays better because when it is profitable, it's hugely profitable and more than makes up for those losses. But
Yeah.
you got to, and I said, I've done this math. I realized in my trading, I had to go from like a 75% roughly win rate, right? So knowing that I'm going to win 3 out of every 4 trades to 40%, 40 to 50% win rate. That's psychologically hard to manage, right? To know
Yes.
that you're
Yeah.
going to, it's like, instead of winning 3 out of every 4 trades, you're going to win only 2 out of every 6 type thing. Like that's hard.
That's hard.
So,
And you know what's the thing too that uh we don't take many trades simultaneously. So let's say it would be easier to do that
right.
if I was taking like 10 trades at a time. Okay, let that one run because you can't manage the way I
That's
manage
true.
Intel 10 trades. So if I'm taking
Right.
10 trades, then that will make sense because out of those 10,
That's true too.
then let them
Yeah.
all or nothing, no problem. If
Right.
you have a winning strategy at the end, you're gonna be profitable for the day. So I could see that happening because that's kind of what I do with the swing trading, and I don't do a lot of swing trading, so don't think I'm a swing trader. But with the swing trade, that's what you do, right? You set your stop, you set your profit target, you leave it. And the
Yep.
most I've been is probably I've been in 10 swing trades at a time easily because you have that setup, right?
Sure.
But for
Right.
day trading, if we were doing that, it would make sense. But you know, the way we manage is much different. So yeah. So let's see. How are we doing so far? Wow, it's pretty even. A lot of
Wow.
people parceling
How
into
does
strength.
Paris is a
So
monster, man. Look at he
Paris is
traded JP
crazy.
Morgan. He posted his trade
Yeah.
into the chat room. Look at his short on JP Morgan.
You got it up?
I've got it.
Let me
Oh, I can
let me let me
I
pull it
can
up. I can
I
pull
can
it
put it
up
on my
here.
screen. Here it is.
I
If you
don't
don't
have it.
have it,
Yeah, if
I've
you could
got
do
it
it, because
here.
I don't have it up. Yeah.
There it is. Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's Paris. But there he
That's
goes.
Paris, man. Look at
Yeah.
that. Isn't that beautiful? That's another gorgeous trade. He entered, he added to it,
Yeah.
and then
It's nice.
in Paris way, partial, 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 partial. So back to our poll, by the way. What's it looking like? So we know where Paris sits. He's definitely partialing into strength or weakness in this
Oh,
case,
weakness. Yeah, I should have put weakness on there, but you guys get it.
but
Parceling into
yeah.
your position.
So
Um,
so yeah.
yeah, it's pretty even.
I love Paris, man. He's a great trader. He really is.
Yeah, yeah. Look at JP Morgan, guys. JP Morgan. This
Yeah,
just continues
it
lower.
really it
That is
really sold
awesome.
off.
Yeah. Speaking of Paris, he has this deal thing he's doing with Eamon. So they got this
Yeah.
deal where you get 2 full courses for both of them. So they partnered up to do this because they got these courses that they made, and it's $2,000. You get all their courses here. Here's the framework. So you get both for that. And then to make it even more, not that they needed to do this, but for some reason, Andrew loves to give more value than what is required. Like this already is worth that. You're gonna get a funded account, so you're gonna get all this tape reading, multiple time frame analysis, and a funded account for that price. So, if
To
it's within your
practice those
budget,
strategies on.
if
Yeah.
it's something you want to do it, you can practice, you can learn your strategies, and then do the funded account. You don't have to do it as you are learning, right? So you can learn it, and then you can activate the funded account when you're ready. But that's an amazing deal. That's an
Yep.
amazing deal. So if that's something that interests you, check it out. I'll put the link here for you guys. It's bearwithchairs.com/bundles. So there it goes.
Ooh, AMD is below VWAP here, Carlos. It's hit VWAP bounced. This looks short to me. It's not.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
like the level 2 though. The Atlas is not. I mean, it's more short than it is long, but not strongly. Yeah. But look at that.
I was too late to pull it up, but this does look. It did our move. It really did. That's
Yeah.
the breakdown right there. That's the pullback, Peter. I think you called this perfectly. That's the entry here. That's a nice risk to reward. I can't join it now. It's just already too far down here. But that at least would have been a partial there, and that's almost $1, right? That's almost $1 right here. So you risk the 50 cents for the dollar there, and if this continues, Peter, this is continues, man. This is gonna be nice.
We'll see. I mean, the Andrew indicator was against us though in this case. So Andrew's having a rough
Oh,
day here. He was long, hoping,
yeah,
but he got long earlier when it looked like it was bouncing at VWAP, right? So
yeah, yep,
which was reasonable, right? That's the sort of the type of
yep,
trade he likes to take regularly. But today is just one of those days where, like the SPY and the Qs, unfortunately, we're pushing against them, and just we're not
yeah.
supporting that. Supporting that. So we'll see. It's
We'll
it's
see.
not. I mean, you got a couple of things that are strongly directional, like J.P. Morgan, for example.
Yeah,
Rigetti,
seriously.
Rigetti's weak today. It's been selling off. Well, it did make a little bit of a bounce, but now it's selling off. Oklo was another one that I said I was going to watch,
Right.
selling off.
You know what? These are the hard trades to catch, like Rigetti, right? I mean, we know
Yeah.
we mentioned them yesterday. They were in play. They were gapping up or down. Today, barely doing anything, barely gapping up, barely any volume. You're just not gonna catch these sometimes, right? Unless you're watching Rigetti and have it on your radar, it's very difficult to play into these. Now, no excuse. There is a radar scanner we have in Trade Terminal that I didn't have up at this time. You know, we have our turbo breakdown, turbo break up. I can possibly spot these things, but man, this is hard to catch for like me and you looking for opening trades right out of the gates. It's difficult to catch these here.
Yep.
Yeah, look, it's very
I agree.
nice, very nice. Good morning, Julio Cesar 23819. Are you just showing up for the Lambos and garbage truck giveaway? Because it's 1021. I
That's
don't want to call you out. I
no,
want to call you out, but are you
well,
just showing up for the giveaway?
uh,
We
Tesla's
had to start.
going red.
You're laughing. He is. He's laughing.
he,
He is just showing up for the giveaway. We're gonna
he's
ban
like
you.
busted, but hey, but all right. No, look, man,
Uh,
that's okay as long as you give
I
us a
don't know.
thumbs
You
up,
start seeing
and
this group
I'll
of
forgive you.
people just flooding in around 11
Yeah,
something because they know it's coming.
yeah. Well,
uh,
Carlos, we're gonna have to start
I know we're gonna
changing
have
it
to
up.
start
Maybe
doing.
maybe you
Oh
give it away early tomorrow. Imagine if we gave one away pre-market.
yeah, I think we'll
Huh?
have to do one
Huh?
pre-market.
Yeah.
8:30. What are all
Yeah.
these people doing here?
Yeah. We'll jump right in and then give one away.
Before the song comes on,
And
like before you even hear this, we're we are
that's
going
well. Now
to
that's crazy talk.
we're gonna give away
Uh,
the
oh,
Lambos and garbage truck.
oh my goodness. That's
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
probably
know
too
if I
much.
I don't know if I could handle that.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
probably
happens
too
before
much.
the song. It's too much.
Uh, oh yes, too far, too far.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we will. I'll have to talk to Andrew. We'll do that. We usually do something for our regular members as well because we love you guys just as much. So we'll have to figure out something, maybe once a week for everybody. I think makes sense, right? So we'll see. What is the land of the garbage truck? What is the land? No, it's Lambos and garbage truck is the name of the membership. It's a tier membership right here on YouTube. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it. You can sign up. It's $5 a month. And besides the giveaway is just really fun. But besides the giveaway, you can get a couple of really great things off the YouTube channel, including videos. Right, every week we're doing educational videos that are available to you there. So definitely check it out. The way to join that I show here over on the YouTube channel, hit that join. It's like $5 a month, and you'll be all set. All right, Intel back up towards the high of the day. We did go higher, not by much. 47.47 didn't last long. We're holding on to this 20 pretty nicely, guys. This is exactly what we want. Look at that, holding on to that 20 moving average. If this slope continues higher, hopefully we can break from that high. But I'll tell you this, if we get back up there and we struggle again, I'm going to take another partial before before it comes back down again, right? Eventually it'll turn around, but let's see. Trying to give it another shot here. And I'll check our Atlas. On Intel, you don't have a lot of orders, but it does look bullish. Like it is more on the bullish side, but not by a lot, right? It's very empty in a lot of these pockets, but for the most part, it is bullish. 48. It's a great target if we can get there. We're 80 cents away from that. That would be awesome. We hit 48. We're really good on this. So let's see. All right, Intel delivers today, Peter. I can't be mad at it. You know, we always talk bad about how Intel never does great when we watch it. Today is done different.
Today's the day.
So, good stuff.
Look at that drop on Tesla. This is where it finally made the drop. It's
oh, wow.
Tisk.
What is Tesla's wild?
I was watching it earlier.
There's a lot of people having a tough time with Tesla today. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
this is just rough.
I'll admit I was looking at whether I take a short up there at the 450.50 after it sort of had rounded the top, but I chickened out. I have to admit. So
yeah,
but you know, I think for a good reason. You know, wasn't an easy day, like we said. It's been a tough one.
We're getting asked, can we roll the garbage truck for NVIDIA? Yeah, NVIDIA is pretty bad. We could roll for both of them. How about we roll it for both NVIDIA and Tesla today? We haven't not seen the garbage truck come out this morning.
NVIDIA is even worse, I would argue.
NVIDIA is worse
than Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's...
There it is. Roll the truck on that NVIDIA. It is looking pretty nasty. Glad I didn't touch it today.
You know, it's in the last rough at the open, but Microsoft also has had a sort of a big sell-off here in two parts. Sold off, leveled out around,
which one?
9.4 Microsoft.
Oh,
it's
oh yeah, look at that.
A little bit of a strange movement, but
SPY today pushing lower, so again just driving a couple of things lower with it, as you can see here, just the overall market, and that's not good for my Intel, but my Intel keeps trying to push here. We're really trying to get above here. This 47 is our high. Wow. Let's see if we can push through that. Looks good right now, and Atlas does look bullish. Not by much, but it is bullish at the moment.
Oh, that's nice and sneaky.
What's that?
Oh, I want to listen to this. Hold on. I got a voicemail.
Thank you.
The heck?
I'll share the details on WhatsApp. You can add this number whenever it's convenient for you. Thank you.
What the hell? That's a spam call, but that's a new one. I like it. They actually left a voicemail. It said, to let you know, I'll share the details on WhatsApp. You can add this number whenever it's convenient to you. So they're trying to not only get into your text messages, but get you to add something on WhatsApp.
Yep.
So sneaky. Sneaky. People are so sneaky.
I noticed the one thing scammers don't do is they don't mess with the mail. they are scared of messing with the mail, man. Ooh, they will find where you printed that paper, where it was. I mean, they'll get you. You put something on paper, they will find you. There's no hiding there. I tell you that. But yeah, they don't mess with the mail.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm thinking of getting out, friends. I'm really thinking about it. I think it's just struggling here. I think the fun might be over in Intel. Yeah, I'm going to bail on it. We had a great move. I don't want to go back down to 46.70 and give up 30 cents here. I'm just going to get out. I'm out. I will regret if this thing shoots up to 48, but I think it's just we're not able to make a new high. We're struggling. Look at this rejection here. I don't want to be in this no more. So all out, great trade, worked out pretty nice. We cover our loss here. So 2 trades so far. We had the first one, you guys probably forgot, was on Tesla, right? So got in on Tesla, short, partial, and then it just started trading nasty. So we just took everything off, and it did. Glad we did, because look how this thing shot up. Then we went over to Intel. First one didn't work out. Great setup. Didn't turn and burn here, and then this one finally got long, and here we go. Traded amazing. So good stuff. Good stuff. Good day with Intel. We don't say that often, that's for sure.
No, that sounds weird.
Sounds weird.
Weird to hear it.
Good day on Intel. Yeah. Let me repeat it again just to make sure that's exactly what I'm hearing on my own words here. With you on that trade,
what'd you say?
almost out. Yeah. It was a nice trade. Yeah. Again, it might hold here. I'm just getting impatient, really, too. So we're out of it.
Yeah,
We are out of it.
that makes sense. I'm just watching here. Looks like my IPO opened early.
What's the ticker?
We got a GCDT. It's a little bit of weird one. Green Circle. This is green. What is it called? It's called Green Circle Decarbonized Technology. So they basically help companies reduce their carbon footprint, and low volume though. So
Yep. All right, Joe Riv, welcome to the party, my friend. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family. Good to have you. Big welcome to you, brother. Good to see you. All right, what else do you guys trade? So we had Tesla, we had Intel, another Joe and Joe. Welcome to Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Good to have you. You guys brothers?
Welcome both Joes.
Both Joes?
All the Joes.
Good to have you. It's a
Joes
great
here.
company name, Joe and Joe's Coffee. That could be good. I like that.
I mean,
I like
if
that.
they're Dutch, then they already have a place. There's the Dutch brothers.
They do? Oh, okay.
Dutch brothers. Isn't that a coffee shop or a bagel place, or I don't know? It's in the southern U.S. I don't see it around here.
Nothing for me today for Aranza. Nothing for you today, so no trading. Yeah, it was.
I don't.
It was not the easiest
that was me
day.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was not the easiest day. Depending on your strategy. So, it was not the easiest. I mean, our best trade was an Intel. Kind of tells you a lot. And then the stuff that traded well, we were not watching. Like JP Morgan was nowhere near my radar. I should have had this with earnings, but it just wasn't there. And what else? What else traded good, Peter?
I think we both we both showed how tough of a day it was, Carlos, because we had because I've got 5 trades. Like, what's up with that?
Yep.
And and then your trade is on Intel. So yeah, not our typical stuff. But yeah, what traded well? JP Morgan dropped, like you pointed out. Oklo had a pretty consistent drop. Both had, we're looking sort of positive pre-market, but both ended up getting drops off the open. We mentioned Microsoft, which had a little rough right at the open, but ended up making a good move. And AMD had a decent move right off the open. Little tougher after that, I would say, but I know Brian took that trade right at the open, so he had a good one. The other one that I'm seeing here on my charts that dropped right off the open, Carlos, is Meta. Meta's had a $15 down day here.
Meta, oh yeah,
dropping right off the open. So
that is beautiful.
Look at that. Yeah. So the moves were out there, but they weren't easy.
Yeah. Let's take bets. Will Brian be able to join the mic today? What's your take? Will Brian be able to get his mic working? I think it's his browser.
He's doing fine. He's in the chat room right now. It's working fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happens when he joins the vMix link. I wonder if he's clicking the wrong
Yeah.
thing in the vMix.
It's the browser. You know, the browser selects your mic, and to change the browser is a very big thing. It's like confusing as heck. So we'll have to figure that
Could
out.
be.
All right. Wow. Yeah. Microsoft, Meta, all these tickers just lower and lower, man. AMD is continuing. Man, you had AMD at the VWAP here. Came back up. Now lower again. That's also not doing so hot on AMD.
No.
How do we join Lambos and garbage trucks? I like that. How do we join Lambos and
Well, we're
garages?
glad
Maybe I
you
should have put
asked.
that. Lambos and garages. No, Lambos and garbage truck. You
and
can
garages.
join since you asked. You can join here. It's on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, go to like our home page. You're gonna see this join button right next to the subscribed ticker, and then once you do that, you click on that, and you're able to join. Right. So right here on YouTube. All right, friends. Yeah, 402 likes is pretty good. That's actually on the high end. Well, people are starting to come back, right? Like we're getting back over 1100 at the peak of our show. Right just below 1200. So people are starting to come back. I saw some names like NC Trader. I asked him, "Hey man, I haven't seen you. Where you been?" And he's just getting back from the holidays and getting back into the swing of things. Some other traders taking some time off for the holidays. So people are just getting back into the swing of things, and we're getting our regular viewers in. So that's nice. It's nice to see people come back.
Yep.
All right. AMD, Oklo. We have a couple of guests. We have one today from Spot Gamma. He's going to be on with Nathan at 11. We also have a guest tomorrow at 10:30. They're going to be joining us as well. And then we have and you have me, Trading Terminal. You have me as well this week. So we're talking about support and resistance levels for beginners. So that's going to be free on Trading Terminal. So it's a lot happening this week. So make sure to check calendars, check schedules, and join us. And yes, holiday Monday, correct. And we're off on Monday for the holidays.
Yes. Much to my surprise.
Anything here? It's Martin Luther King Day. Do you guys celebrate that in Canada? Is that a thing for you now, right? It's just US?
Just US, yeah.
I see. AMD is going to go lower, looks like. Oklo also had another beautiful short. How do you access Atlas? TradingTerminal.com. So head over to TradingTerminal.com and get the premium membership. And the premium membership is $99. It's not just for Market Atlas. It gives you everything that Trading Terminal has except the funded account. The funded account is in addition to that membership if you do want to do that. But it provides you everything on there. So check it out, TradingTerminal.com. You get all the goodies. Scanners, Atlas, you name it, is there. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it Monday. I hate changing the onboarding class because when we change, what happens is people think it's Monday. And then on Tuesday, we don't get a good turnaround. and then what happens is on Monday people are on holiday, so it's either way is bad on these Monday holidays, right? And then we also
Yeah.
don't get a good turnout. So um, I gotta see. What I like about having it on Tuesdays, I can promote it and remind you guys on Tuesday, hey, it's tonight at 7, tonight at 7. Then that helps. So it might be Tuesday at 7. I just gotta make sure it doesn't conflict with any other schedules. Um, so we will
Oh, Carlos, Brian's blaming you for the microphone. He's saying it's on your
see.
side.
No, it's not. No, it's not. How is it on my side when and Andrew come in perfectly fine?
Well, but we use a different method. He's still on the old school, isn't he? Maybe you should give him
Uh,
can we give him
yeah,
the
maybe we
Zoom
should
link?
move to Zoom. Yeah,
Have,
maybe we
have you
should
got
move
it
to
set up
Zoom.
for him, or I can give him my connection if needed? But I guess he can just dial into the meeting, and then you can set him
Yeah,
up.
you could just give him
Let's see.
give him your link, and
Yeah,
we'll get him in a different way.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
let's see if he comes in. If it works when he comes in, we'll just leave it. If not,
yeah.
I'll send him the link. We'll get him in that way.
It's never the
Hang on,
system.
I gotta find it here.
Never the system.
Find it.
Good morning, everybody. Peter,
Good morning. How are you, my friend? We have
I
bets
saw that
if
you're using F word and B words at the open. This bastard, what? So, see how trading at the open causes you to curse?
oh
Apparently,
man.
yes, it did. It did. I was having a rough time with Tesla. It was not playing nice. I finally got a good trade and made some money, but yeah, it was a rough one. It was,
Yeah, it's
but
crazy.
I'm happy to be green. I gotta say, after this morning, was difficult. So,
Well, AMD was nice. Your best buddy AMD would have been very nice long at the
it
open.
it
I
would have
didn't
been, yeah.
really trade it at the open. I came late, but it was a very nice 1 minute range breakout.
Oh, we got an echo suddenly. Oh, that's me.
Right, let's see if Brian can join.
All right, there's Brian. Can we hear you, Brian? Carlos, have you got him set up?
He's set up and
Still
he's
have
not
the issue,
muted.
Brian. Huh?
All right.
Yeah, give him the
Brian, in
Zoom link.
Telegram, I
Let's
just
try
sent you.
that.
Yeah, I sent you a link to the Zoom link. You can come in the same way Andrew and I come in. That might be more effective. We think it's your browser settings might have changed because I think you did say you had to fix or upgrade your
Yeah.
PC recently.
Or try in a different
It
browser.
can do that.
Try a different browser if you have to. Whatever's easier for you.
And Andrew, you had a rough day today. It looked like things were not cooperating.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, really didn't work out properly. And the Intel was nice. I did 2 trades on Intel. It was very nice. But sorry, stopping this one. But AMD, I tried to take a long on it a couple of times, and it just stopped me out. First, obviously wanted to get the break of high of the day. It did. I wanted 22,250. Didn't get it. And then I went long again, stopped out again, stopped out actually 4 times. So yeah, it's really frustrating. And I am sitting at $16,000 loss. So just I'll see. Not great.
Okay, so how is this working?
Well,
We got you.
Mr.
hey, we can hear
President.
Okay.
Yeah, look at you. This is
Yeah,
a different
it
angle
must
of
be.
you.
Yeah, I used a different camera. Oh, look at this.
Nice. We
Right,
get to see behind the scenes what's happening.
behind the scenes.
It's
we were all debating, Brian. Are you running like
Yes.
a print business on the side? Why so many printers?
That's a good question. Hey, you can see I'm wearing pants. Yeah,
Well, that's always good too.
yeah, I've got I've got multiple businesses, so we're just counterfeiting stuff.
you're
Counterfeiting is one of them.
literally printing money, are you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like being in the gold and silver trade, though. Anyway,
Well, I'm not sure you should be telling us that on a recorded medium, but
no, that's true. Yeah,
but thanks for
not a good
sharing.
forum to. Yeah, not a good forum to be discussing my other activities,
Yeah, your other businesses.
other businesses. Yeah. So there you go. It's like, when these all these Bitcoin coin farms have they've got all the graphic chips. I've got all the printers.
Carlos, this is where we
Got a
need the Powell printer. Have you got that one meme going? We got to
Yeah,
put Brian's face on that one.
Yeah, I think we have that somewhere.
yeah.
I'm
I've
gonna
got
get along on
many
the
farms.
AMD at 218. See
Okay.
if you can print money with AMD.
That would be good. No, I had a good
There
day
it is.
today.
There it
We
is.
in the trading room, we just Carlos, I know you were talking about AMD at the open. So
Yeah.
so yeah, just grabbed AMD right at the open. Traded the 2715 calls and got a really nice move on those. So yeah, another yesterday was a one and done with Tesla, and today it was one and done with AMD. Carlos, did you trade AMD? Because you were talking about it at the open.
I was talking about it, but we
Sure.
got into a Tesla, and then Intel was the one that made our day today. But no, I did not trade AMD, man.
Okay.
It turned out nice.
All right, let's see if this AMD can go to 219. I mean, it looks like it's the Atlas is now a little bit. I don't know. And the longer format 219 is the big one, but let's see if we can get to VWAP.
So just sort of just within the last 10 minutes, caught a nice 920 on the Qs. If you look at the Qs on a 2-minute chart there, see we had a nice pop up to the 20 EMA after a long sell-off.
Yeah. Carlos, how was your day? I think I saw you actually traded Intel, huh?
Yeah, day was pretty good. We had a quick trade on Tesla. So here's Tesla. I'll show you now. Didn't work out, man. The price action was just so crazy. So me and Peter
Yeah,
just
it's so
bailed on it.
choppy.
Yeah, but then Intel, which normally doesn't trade very well, today actually did very good. Here's the trade on Intel. First one didn't work out, stopped out, got back in, and then was able to get a nice move up here.
Nice.
So yeah, that worked
Nice.
out nice.
Nice. Did you sell your funded account, Carlos?
Awesome.
No, did it reset
What are
already?
the
Did Leo reset it?
I mean, I'll check with him today, so
Yeah. Well, me and Peter are ready. Let's see if I could beat Peter.
Let's see, Peter.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
we'll have to try. I'm used to trading my own account. It'll be interesting to go back and trade a funded account. Make Andrew buy us something pretty.
All right, so it seems that the market definitely doesn't have any long in there. So maybe I get out
No,
of AMD
the
again.
Qs are retesting low of day here.
January 19th, the market is closed, huh? Oh, it's the Martin Luther King Day. Yes.
What's the date on that? On that, is it the 19th?
Yeah, this coming
It's
Monday.
Monday. Coming Monday, yeah.
Oh, it's this Monday. Eh?
Which is the whatever that day is. 18th? No, what is today? 13th, 12th. Yeah, the 19th. Right.
Cool.
Well, I'm still in
Hmm.
AMD, but I'm kind of thinking of getting out of it. It looks like the really, I mean, it's holding the bottom here, but let's see. I don't know if it wants to pop back up to above the VWAP. It seems that the market is really has no
Pretty
strength to go
choppy.
higher. I mean, we're
We did get a
considering
nice
everything.
we did get a
Considering
nice little
everything, market
bounce
has
back
been.
here after that. We got a nice bounce back. So I don't know if we're going to go back up.
Hmm.
See
Add a
how
little
we
bit
do
more
this
AMD
on the
here. See if you can actually get this pop this time.
everything's really choppy. We got that, we get the usual nice move at the open, and then this has turned into a bit of a chop fest today. Tesla keeps poking its head into the green and pulling back.
Till yeah. Silver was up again today. Silver is crazy. Like it's at 80. Yeah, this year has been crazy for silver. I think
Yeah,
2025 was the year of silver.
this has definitely been the year of silver and gold, silver especially.
Why is it running up? Is it because of the use or is just people buying silver
Uh,
and
I
gold to
think I
protect?
think I think I think it's sort of a couple things. I think it's the obviously the geopolitical risk tends to be the gold and silver, gold especially tends to be a safe haven trade. Um, and silver, I think silver is kind of, they call it the poor man's gold. Um, so, you instead of having to pay whatever it is, $4,500 an ounce, you pay 70. But silver also has a lot of industrial uses. So I think it kind of caught a bid just because of the application for all the um, solar panels and EVs, batteries, all the battery stuff. So a lot of
Yeah.
those material stocks have done really well this year.
And where does it come from? Mostly from gold mines. Is it the byproduct of gold mines, I think,
Yeah,
huh?
it's usually when in those in the mines they don't just mine for just one thing. Silver is usually associated with other minerals like gold, or Freeport McMoran has is big in copper and gold. They have a lot of, usually when you find one mineral, you find more than you find other ones.
Yes,
Let's see
indeed
if
we do.
AMD can pop up. I went some long Tesla because
Yeah,
TSLA because John mentioned that. I did a bet with John and said, John, buy this. I'm long at 1898. So John said Tesla is going to go higher.
yeah. I'm sitting in a just did a long on SPX call, two calls, SPX calls, trading the 6960s.
Uh-huh. AMD is going to revamp. That's good.
Now we're bouncing. We're getting a nice move back up here.
Let's see. Tesla, I'm long Tesla, TSLL. I don't know. The problem is I don't know where to get out of it. The high of the day is way too far.
Yeah, you're right up into a prior high. It's just I think it's going to just depend on what the market does here. We seem to be pushing higher now. All right, I'm going to sell one of these calls, these SPX calls. See if we can get back to the VWAP on the Qs or the SPY here. There we go. This is working out nice. You can also just trade SPY um, SPY calls or SPY puts. You don't have to trade SPX index options. They're quite a bit more risky. Means you can make more, but you can also lose more in a hurry.
All right, AMD's back up to revamp. So Crymore, um, I have a multi-currency accounts with Interactive Brokers. You can hold both Canadian dollar and US dollar in there. So that's what you can do.
Yeah. Or you can do what I do with my swing trading accounts. I have accounts that are basically US dollar accounts. They hold US dollars, and I have a different account that holds Canadian dollars. Same account number, they just use a different suffix at the end of it.
So is your swing trading account is BTD?
Yeah, I need to change that
Oh,
because I know
Austin
there's some
meetup this
brokers.
weekend. Yeah.
I know there's some brokers that offer zero commission.
All right. So AMD is going up to VWAP. That's good. Tesla is popping up. That's good.
Yeah, we're getting a nice move back up here. I knew there was a bottom here somewhere. Let's see if I want to see the Qs get to VWAP here. What is that? 626.60. Look at that. The buying brigade came in to save the day. Come on.
All right, I'm selling some AMD here. Get some of the losses back. I'm partialing some on TSLA as well, 1907. All right, the thing is going a little bit better for me. I see Thor is here. Thank you, Thor, for covering trading at the open for me for
pleasure.
about 15 minutes. I appreciate that.
Of course.
So I am going to slowly handing it over to you, but there are a couple of questions here. Is that about the Austin meetup? Brian, should we go to Austin this weekend? I'm actually down. I didn't know Monday is a holiday. So Monday is Martin Luther King so the market is closed. I'm down to go to Austin this weekend. Maybe I'll call you after, see what it is.
Okay.
But we will be in Spain the last week of January. All right, so I'm gonna hand it over to Thor.
Yeah.
I know Carlos is gonna probably do a funder account as well. So
Yep.
yeah, looking forward to see you guys. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers,
All
boss.
right. We'll see you guys later. What is in Spain? Spain is Andrew's talking about going to Magala. Magala.
Magala,
Magala?
Medulla
Spain.
oblongata?
Looks
Lubula?
amazing, man. I was doing a Google thing, whatever, and it looks awesome there. So looking forward to that. Brian, you going?
You going? You going, Carlos?
Yeah, I'm going. Oh yeah.
Getting your
Carlos is
Spain on?
going, yeah.
Nice.
You know,
Good for
The
you.
question is, do we stop in Portugal for a couple of days? Because I gotta land there first. So ask the question.
you have to fly into Lisbon?
Yeah, exactly. So do I
Oh,
stay
okay.
there
So I mean,
for?
that's kind of my whole issue with the whole thing, and unfortunately, I for me because I'm I don't have a lot of help with watching the kiddos these days. So for me, it was kind of like Vegas or Spain. I kind of had to pick one, and hanging out with Andrew, live trading with Peter Tuchman, and hanging out with like all of our other BBT guys. Like, and I'm gonna see Brian there. Brian will be there too. So I was like, all
Yeah.
right, I'll jump on this grenade and just go to Vegas and stay in the Paris hotel with an
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower view. Just saying.
I hear you, man.
I will be, I'll definitely be in Vegas. Spain, I don't think I'm going to go.
Mm,
It's just a long way to go for 1 week. And I don't know, just, I got some other meetings that I really should go to. I could take a pass on them, but I really shouldn't that week.
Well, if you make
So
a big baller money on like maybe one of these funded accounts, maybe someone can, they can just go
yeah,
to Spain just on all the money they're going to make in the next few days with one of these
there
fundeds,
you
I
go.
think. And a free
Awesome.
one. Wouldn't that be like the ultimate irony just to like take all of Andrew's money with a free account that he gave you? That I'm almost like a little rude,
And
but
then,
I kind of like
and
it.
then go to Spain.
And then go to
I will
Spain
say
with it
that.
and shake his hand and say
Yeah.
thank you so much for your contributions to my travel funds.
yeah. Yeah.
I will say traveling with Andrew is an awesome experience. It's an
Right?
adventure every minute.
That is
Yeah.
that dude just in period. The dude is an adventure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just lots of fun, which makes me feel like I should go, but
You should go,
anyway.
Brian.
All
Should
right.
go.
You should go, especially to Vegas.
All
All
right,
right.
friends. Let's do the
Catch
funded
you later.
account. Then we'll let Thor do his thing. Going on here on the next section. So, friends, hashtag funded gets you in for the Lambos and Garbage Truck members. Let's see who's going to be the winner today. Here it is. It is open, and we'll give it a couple more seconds. I see some new people coming in here, typing in their hashtag. Very good. Okay, Good luck, everyone. Here it is. Let's see if we hit 100. We have 99 entries. There it is, 100. Okay, here it goes. The winner
There we
today
go.
is, drum roll, Thor. I can't hear that.
I know I have a muted mic. Drum roll. I don't know. I got nothing.
There you go. And the winner is Jessica. You are the winner today. 6281. Congratulations.
Nice.
Send me an email, Carlos at bearbertraders.com, and we'll get you all hooked up. And guys, this is every day. We'll do it again tomorrow. I did
Congrats,
mention
Jessica.
that the list of codes that Andrew gave me is massive. It might last the whole year. So every day we'll do it again tomorrow. So good luck to everyone, and we'll see you then.
Man.
Thora, I'll leave you to it, my man.
Man, that is so cool. Congratulations on the win there. Super excited for you. We're always so happy and so excited to be a part of like your trading journey. So I really hope that let me see I think it worked. Let's see if it comes through. Because I look black on the screen. Let me try one more time. We will share again. There's this little thing with switching over sometimes when it just hates us. And then it works. So congratulations there. And I hope everyone there we go. I hope everyone, not a bad delay today. So I'm heartbroken today. I actually came in. So one of the really difficult things with trading is a day like today and not letting it totally screw you up. All right. So and hello, by the way, all my ex peeps. Good to see you also, GP, Ben. Nice to see you guys over there hanging. I'll keep an eye on you as best as I can too, ADHD style. But you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about my trade today. I actually took two trades. One was on NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I cut when the news came out because it didn't perform and it was not still performing. And I do have a kind of a rule for cutting trades that have been stuck for too long. It's the if it goes, it goes rule. So I had just been in it for too long, so I went ahead and got rid of that one. So I took one loser today, and one actual very small winner, which I don't even care about. But is this trade on ES? Let me actually show you the executions. I really, for the record, there was no news on NVIDIA. It was just market news. I really love this trade. It was a loser, for the record. But I do genuinely really love this trade. I like how we had pushed in and kind of exhausted our sellers. I like how we had a big sell right into S3. We made a beautiful hammer there. I went long, immediately got a push. I mean, I really, really liked it a lot. And we're still holding this area. But I ended up going out when we lost the range of the box. So loser, right? So beautifully executed loser. And I'm very, very happy with it. But unfortunately, this was my setup. And there aren't any other setups that are going to likely be available for me. Because if you look at like NQ, for instance, I think NQ is going to likely sell again, by the way. So if you're long, right now the VPA would suggest we're actually going to likely continue our sell. So be careful here, jumping on the buying brigade's bandwagon. I don't see I mean, we just bought right back into the selling range. So, and then now we're stuck. So this will likely come back down to pre-market low. So just kind of keep an eye out for that if you're long. Don't be too diamond-handed there. So the really nice play was actually RTY. Had a nice little S3 call, or an S3 bottom there, but I couldn't take it because it's a narrow range, and I don't long S3 on the narrow ranges, and this is kind of why. So unfortunately, I don't have any other plays. So I'm done. You know what I mean? Today's just going to be a 1 hour loss day. So one of the things, or if not the thing, and maybe you all can like back me up here, like resonate. See if you like resonate, or if you resonate with this at all. How many of you notice that on you know, days like this, like going into the day where there's a lot of potential, you get really excited, and then you take that loser, and then you're just not willing to just kind of give up the fight. And then what you find up is basically at the end of the day, you just kind of get chopped out, taking all kinds of weird positions. So we did. I didn't cut a working trade. I cut a non-working trade. So NVIDIA was stuck in this range. I got long here, and it was stuck in this range for more than 30 minutes, and a news event came out that changed the book. So I have a condition I can cut there. So this was not a, I mean, and I could have re-entered back at S3, but this trade was not working. Right. So for me, I didn't like this trade. So I went ahead and cut it, which I do have a rule set for trades that get stuck for too long. Right. I don't really, I want this to have the right potential. And especially since it had to make a new low of day after 10:30, I really don't like this very much for a long. So, no, there was no RTY. If you're in NVIDIA, I hope you're still holding it, and I hope you're getting a position on it. I just don't like holding tickers that aren't performing. I don't like being liquidity locked like that, especially for my equities. But yeah, but I mean, overall, it looks like it may transition, so that would be lovely. But I don't know. I don't have much of an expectation for it at this point. So, but for me, and kind of my point is, one of my biggest issues in the beginning was actually, and this is very, very difficult. And if you'll allow me, like to kind of admit this, it actually is very difficult. And I wonder if I'm sure Andrew has this, and I guess all of us do, is I have to show you my trades on a TV every day. You know what I mean? So it's like I want to show you winners. So it's really hard just to get on here and show you, hey, I'm losing money today, right? Because I want you to have confidence in my trading system and I want you to see it working. And then I have to show you it not working, right? So, but my point is, and I've never claimed that I have a 100% hit rate, right? I actually tell you I have like a 40 to 60%, right? I just make a lot more money when I win than when I lose, right? And that's really what's important. So, can you please make it a little bit easier? Your system seems my system is complicated. No, I can't make it easier for you. Like you're gonna have to put in the work and learn it if you want to be able to take advantage of it. It's a thick book. It's got a lot of information in it. It requires you to really put in the time to learn the very, aspects of market movement and why it moves. I mean, there's a lot to it. It took me a very long time to develop this system, right? I don't trade like Andrew or Paris or Brian or Megan or Jared or any of them, right? I trade a completely unique system that is to myself and a few other traders that go a different direction, right? So it is complicated and I cannot simplify it for you. You know what I mean? But it once you learn it, believe it or not, and you get the overall gist of it, you will find it is actually significantly less complicated, right? Like for me, NVIDIA was a buy at S3. It's a higher, wider range, so we buy S3, right? So, but that's just a range. That doesn't tell you if it's time to buy, right? Or how you manage it. Those are other things you have to define. So yeah, I mean, I think it can be complicated to learn. So my concept is being like imagine being an airplane mechanic, right? Or being like an automotive mechanic. Working on a car is really, really freaking complicated. The modern internal combustion engine, especially the hybrids and the ones that are like have EV plugins and stuff like that, this crap is like you got to have like a freaking doctorate in IT to work on a car these days. Right. So it is very complicated. But once you learn how that works, every single car in that category works exactly the same time or exactly the same way. Right. Every single car in that category works exactly the same way. Right. Once you learn how to strip apart a lawnmower motor, right, you can take apart any two-cycle motor. Right? Anytime you learn how to strip down a motorcycle motor, right? Once you learn the varied types, you can address major things in each category. Right? But these things translate, which is really freaking cool. Right? My recommendation would be to highly focus on one specific strategy from my set. I would recommend the S3 buy or the R3 short to start with. Learn the crap out of that one play and then or those two plays and then expand into the other plays. Go, because basically my whole system If it's a wide range, I plan on playing inside, right? NVIDIA is a good buy at S3 because it's a wide range. I plan on closing inside today, right? Unfortunately, it just overshot my levels, so I couldn't keep it, right? So, but I can't control that. Am I any more than I can control where ES is buying from right now? So I just have to wait for it's in the right spot for my system and buy it. That spot for me was right there, right? And when it lost that, I was out. Will I rebuy this? No, I won't. Why? Because it already had its chance for me. I'm not just going to sit here and keep buying this over and over again just to get, chopped out by ES all day today, right? This thing will probably perform like garbage for the rest of the day. If not, sell off more, right? So I've lost my statistical advantages here in order to take this trade, and it's made new lows of day. I mean, well, maybe not after 10:30. It's just not working. You know what I mean? Um, are you lottery funded account every day? Thanks. What does that mean? Are they giving away funded accounts every day? And Andre? Yeah, I definitely can explain that. I believe right now they're doing them daily. So look at this. So narrow versus wide, right? Narrow means out, wide means in, right? So if our cams are tight, right? And this is a 2-day pivot relationship. So if they were wide yesterday and today they're narrower, then you're going to play away from the middle. Right? If they were tighter yesterday, like they were narrower, and today they are wider, right? Then you're going to play towards the middle. Right? So today was the S3 buy because it was a wider range. We wanted to play towards the middle. Right? Or we would be willing to short R4, for instance. So you generically don't want to play on wide ranges away from the middle because it's too choppy, too much stairs. Makes sense? So right now, like I was totally, this play is actually working right now, right? But I could have just bag held this, but that's not how I trade. I'm a very, very strict risk trader. I have an insanely firm set of criteria that I will not alter in any way. So it's what's kept me alive in the market without any major issues for the better part of a decade, other than that one time. Yeah, exactly. So think about this DSO. Think about this as the difference between expansion and contraction, right? If we're wide, we have already expanded, right? So we're kind of assuming today we're going to respect that range and contract. Where on a narrow range, we have contracted, right? So or compressed, right? So we're expecting on this day that we will likely deviate and expand. So on narrow ranges, I go out and target towards ATR high and low. On wide ranges, I go out and come back in, and I target towards the CP, if not across the range. What's up, Gonzalo? Good to see you, buddy. I love this chair, GP. It was like I don't think it was too expensive. It was actually a Christmas present for my son. So anyway, so big loser for me today. Not really, actually, a relatively controlled and enjoyable loser. Yes. So the Joss is asking about the buying and selling detector here, which we did have an update on, by the way. And we are now, working on auto mapping our exhaustion zones for you, which is a lot of fun. So you can see here, one of the reasons I liked ES was because we had a really hard sell, and then we set a pivot there. And you can see since that's happened, we have exhausted, but unfortunately, we just did not find buyers. If we would have pulled up here and our shorts would have started covering and we had found buyers right there, I mean, it was beautiful. It just didn't happen, right? We never found them. So we exhausted, but we still haven't found buyers. We finally found buyers right here. There's our first good buy. And then we are on our second buy, which was beautiful. You had this really nice absorbed play here and then a long. That's a beautiful long right there. But unfortunately, that long was not in the right place at the right time, so I couldn't take it. Right. So, and I actually think over time, I mean, we have managed to exhaust our buyers here really low in the range. Like, I don't like that in order for us to go here, we already exhausted buyers and now we're having to reoffer to try and find more. Like, it should have been very easy to find buyers. This should have just exploded. So, like I was saying earlier, I think there's a higher than likely chance we end up selling back down to S3, maybe even back to low of day here shortly. I do expect to close somewhere between 2 days ago's close and yesterday's close, like just somewhere right up in the same level. So this is going to be probably really nasty price action for most of the rest of the day on these, which is kind of like why I was talking about on ES, kind of just better just to be done with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, everything just actually, I'm like very disappointed. That's one thing to deal with. I mean, when you come into your trading day and you look around and so many tickers have these beautiful freaking setups. And as you're looking at them and you're like, "Oh man, I'm so excited. We got gold looked good, ES looked good, CL looked good, Tesla looked good, like lots of good setups." And all of a sudden it's just like nothing's happening. It's a 2 day pivot relationship. So a narrow is narrow. If it's tighter than it was yesterday, then we've contracted. So yeah. Long Baba uncle trades? My God, I haven't played Baba in a while. Oh, that's fun. We actually have a possible cam play on Baba. All right, let's look at Baba since we've got one of our ex members are trading Baba right now. Let's go through the system a little bit here. So we're in a higher, wider range. So so you can notice, see how R4 is the only level that is highlighted a color? My cams automatically gray out plays, the cams that do not have valid plays based upon the current range and price action. Right? So my endeavor here is to kind of create a ready aim fire system so that you'll be able to, so right now this thing is saying ready, right? We have a candidate to actually observe. And if you're long, which you are, Uncle, I think the idea of being long is a great idea because I would like to see it get up to R4. That being said, you are about to bump right into the projected ATR high. So I would not expect much more than this. Ideally, I think hopefully we'll go for 172. Let's see. Let's take a look at 172 real quick. On trading terminal. So ideally, what I would like to see here is I'd actually like to see a larger order to the top side. Hold on, let me stretch this out a bit. There we go. And then let me change the tiering here. Let's go for like 5. So there is not a big order at 172. Oh, look how bearish this order book looks. So be careful. We look like we're about to sell a bit on Baba at least. So you can see we have a very empty order book between 170 and 172. Or 171, sorry, and 172. So to get from here to here is almost impossible right now. So there would have to be some kind of weird market manipulation to push the price up there. So for me, I would not be surprised to see this thing draw down a little bit. If they do push into this range, it will be on very low volume. But right now the book is significantly better structured to the downside. So they'll probably sell this thing down to probably 169. And then after they hit 169, maybe they push back. But right now that's a pretty obvious sell right there. I want to make sure, like, can everybody see that? Kind of how the order book structure there kind of makes this short visible. So you can see here right now, let me show you the areas we're really mostly concerned with. The real telltale is actually this right here. In order to move up, we got to have orders. So having no orders is a pretty obvious sign. There's very little institutional intention for that area right now. Right. So in order for me to feel like this is a long, I would need to see a structural change on that part of the book, and I would want to see it fill in with orders. Right. But right now, and you notice that starts right at 171, right on the dot. And then there's almost nothing between the two. Right. So if you were long right now, that would be something that should definitely concern you as far as being long. Not saying get out of your position if you're holding well with your risk. I'm just saying right now you're in a selling range on a higher, wider range, and you have a lack of top side. Since we're already planning on a day, for me, it's a wide range, right? So as I explained before, I'm looking to play inside on a ticker like this, right? So I'd like to actually see this go nudge into 172. If it did go up into that void and manage to get to 172, it'd be a lovely place to look for exhaustion and then a short. So I'm going to keep an eye actually on BABA. That could be a good time if it sets up. I'm going to add BABA to my watch list for a little bit, see if it triggers. What do the high and low range help you make a decision? What do you mean, like the ATR high and the ATR low? I use these for expansion. So like if I plan on like right now, like I like going short here also because we're at the ATR high. And this is as high as we should go today. Like that's our calculated high. Right? So this number was calculated based upon the pre-market action. And look how perfectly we turned around from it. Right? So these are a part of my adaptive ATR limits. Right? Yeah, I know. That stinks. I'm so excited NVIDIA ended up working. I couldn't hold it. It just chopped with the news for too long. So I cut it as a non-performer, which I only do maybe like a handful of times a month at most. But this one was just not performing. It had a really nice pop, and it looked like we were accumulating, but it just with the news coming out, that meant so for me to cut a position, I have to have a market level news event combined with stagnated price action, and it's called the if it goes rule. And I'll go ahead and trim a position, and then if it refires, like it actually refired a candidate right there. If it had pulled back down and re-signaled, I would have been willing to get back into it. But I just wanted to give it a minute, and it's oof, boom, wow, what was that? Wow, somebody said something. Was that a good morning or what? Like, or a good afternoon? Like, what just happened? We just went right to S3 on NQ right there. Woof. All right, let's figure out what's going on. US to sell 95 billion 4-week bills on January 15th to settle on January 20th. That's the news. News in at that came in at 11 a.m. So wow, what a drop. US to sell 95. It came in at 11, so I'm not sure why we're just getting a response at 11:30. But that was so US to sell 95 billion of 4-week bills on January 15th to settle on January 20th. So that's probably market manipulation. So let's see. Let's see if there's anything else I can find. I don't see anything else yet. I'm looking. Y'all let me know if y'all see anything. No, I don't think it was a whale because it hit the Qs too and NQ. It hit the futures, it hit the ES, it hit everything all at the same time. It was 100% a large firm's algo. This was like a specialist's algo making a decision. This was way too big for it to be a singular entity, like just like one, I mean, it hit every ticker in like every sector, right? So there it is. China restricts NVIDIA chip purchases. That's what it is. It's red news. Okay, I just got it. It just came in on my hot sheet. So it came through on our hot sheet. We have yeah, that's our thing. So China has come out and has announced that. So yeah, there we go. We have our news. NG just fired a pretty decent looking S3 signal, but I'm going to keep an eye on NVIDIA. So that is ironic, isn't it? I like NG here actually. So I have yeah, here's there's what came through. So that's that. So I don't so now the question is, and here's the fun part, right? Are you ready for the fun part of this whole thing? This could make NVIDIA more valuable. Why does this make NVIDIA more valuable? I'm ready to blow. I'm ready to change the way you think about the market, right? Because this is bad news, right? Red news. Why would this actually potentially make NVIDIA and the chip sector more valuable, not less valuable? What is happening? What is China doing? No, it's not a political play. This is market stuff. No, it's not. Nobody's scared. I mean, they may be. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what's going to raise the price. What's going to raise the price is scarcity. It's supply and demand, and China just restricted the supply. The demand is not going to change. Right? So now you have a company that has now just been given a restricted supply into the market, which means the price is going to go up. Right? Less inventory means higher price, right? Because when people want to buy, they got to buy high since there's not as much inventory. Right? So this is one of those moments where if you're not really aware of how the market really works, you know what I mean, you're going to find yourself getting in some trouble. Right? Because you can't make assumptions just because you're in a trend or there's a certain type of news that we're actually going to go up and down. Right? You have to pay attention to the actual concepts of an auction, right? We're in a constant auction state at all times, right? But it's a unique auction, right? In a normal auction, we can only buy, and we have a normal auction is unilateral. We have sellers that are all selling on limit, right? So every single time the auctioneer is going, do I have 186.50? Right? And then someone says, I'll buy it. Right? And that's how auctions work. But in our auction, we have limit level buyers and sellers and market level buyers and sellers. So at any time we can say, do I have someone who wants to buy them? Do I have anyone who wants to sell? But at the same time, anyone can just actively sell or buy whenever they want on market, which is not something you can do, right, in a standardized auction environment. Right? So this creates a very unique balance. Right. And if anything, I would say this is a China power play. If anyone's making a power play, it's probably China right now. I mean, they can't be. I mean, they obviously know what they've got. They know how important, they are to the particular sector. Not for nothing, it's why I've always found it very interesting that we do this dance that we do, but I'm not a policy creator. I'm just a day trader. So what the hell do I know? But it is what it is. So now we will do the best we can with the information that comes out. So the news that we got right when that news came out, we were exhausting our sellers and we had a massive sell response. Right now, we're offering the buyers premium right now to see if this is a fake out or not. I would love to see us push a little higher on NVIDIA and get to R4 and maybe catch a short there. But we'll see what happens. I'm liking NG again. Okay, what's the ticker investment insider? For that one, so I don't have to look it up. Oh, I found it. Oh, I think it's interesting. Never traded it before. The volume's a little low. I like it though. It looks like it trades ranges pretty well. I love that we've established premium at the top of the box. I do like that we exhausted our sellers. We reoffered to them and found more. Let's see what the order book looks like. This could be fun. Our high of day was after 10:30, so that's a knock. Wow. The spread on this thing. Hold on. We're gonna run a really nasty spread on this thing. So we're gonna use a 50. I'm gonna change to 50 cents. Because why not? The book actually looks bearish right now too. We've got 3 orders above the top of us, which max out here, and then we have nothing above. So it doesn't look like we're gonna go any higher than 331-ish, which is right up here outside the box. So I like that. I don't think we have enough buy volume to go through this block. So we'll probably head south from here. It's kind of fun. It'd be like 386.26. 386, like you could run it above the quartered increment. So like put it like 328, like maybe like 30 or something if you played it. We have sold, we have offered, we're in a higher, wider range. So the idea would be that we close inside. So I mean it's got a lot to it. It's fun. Yeah. The target, if you went short here, would be probably like 312.50. So you'd need a pretty good target on this thing to make money. NG still looking kind of fun here. Uh, all right, so let's go back to NG. Just keep an eye on NG. I like NG. Don't you go breaking my heart. I mean, the exhaustion was real. So unfortunately, I mean, it's a lot of selling that was well absorbed, but finding a buyer, it's just hard to pull off right now. So how's ES doing? Still doing that nasty. See what I mean? Once this thing doesn't work, it's just not worth it. Look how crappy this price action has been since it broke this level. Really nice. Look if you bought that low though, right? Look how it exhausted right into the level. Yoink! Right to it. That's fun. Yeah, NVIDIA is just a piece of junk. We're just coming back to kiss the king now on all of these. Just leave them alone. I'm telling you, that's the reason I got out of it. I recognize a crappy day like price action when I see it. Like we ended up being a beautiful S3 buy on NVIDIA and ES. They were just like that test on NQ right there was perfect. It just wasn't a call for me because we had kind of broke it. But look at that wick right to S3. Right there. I mean, if this was an active play, I would have loved to have hit that level. It just didn't happen. I still think we're going to sell off again, but it doesn't matter what I think now. Like we'll probably oscillate around the CP. I'm just not going to take it. I'm just going to keep my money for tomorrow. Today's kind of looking like it sucks. Again, I started off talking about this. Like one of the biggest mistakes I would make as a new trader is not, Best Loser Wins, Tom Hogarth. I highly recommend the book. Movies like Moneyball can be very inspirational. I really just had to learn to be okay with my losing days. Like it just happens. Like I made so much money in the past few months. Like having one day where things aren't lining up properly is not gonna entice me to over participate. I'd rather just hang out and just chat with y'all a little bit, answer some questions, and then call it a done. You know what I mean? So, but I do like NG here. So this one fits. There's a lot here. Yeah, absolutely. Like it definitely bothers me, Corey. Like we've had a lot of selling, but we haven't found buyers. To go up, we need buyers, right? So it would seem like we can't go down anymore, but it doesn't mean we're going to go up, right? I would love to see long, right? Well, so Premiere, the the issue for me is what I would notice is let me draw it basically because it's been too long. Oh, look at that buyer on NQ. What I would notice is my P&L would look like this. So over the course of like a couple of years, right? I was actually always making money, right? Like I would make more money and more money and more money and more money, but because I would overtrade on my non-winning days, I would give back large quantities of profit and then stagnate because it would shake my confidence, and then I would slowly get my stuff back together a little at a time, and then boom, I would drop off. Right now, my P&L looks kind of more like this. Right? Like when I win, I hit really big, strong strides, and then I stagnate for short periods of time, which always happened anyway. and then maybe a little bit of a drop, and then big pushes in time, right? So it's like even though I actually lose more than I did here on these days, I actually had a higher hit rate on the during this period, right? I carry a lower rate now than I did before, but because I hold my winners and I cut my losers and don't overtrade, I just stagnate instead of sell. And then I don't have a prolonged shake period where I have to get my crap back together. I just get right back into it, only a couple of days down and then right back to the progress. Right? So it's all about not drawing down on the days where the market's just not performing correctly. You know, every system will have its flaws and faults. It doesn't matter how good you are at reading any other kind of indicator, including mine or anybody else's. If you overcommit on the outlier days where it does not perform, well, there you go. You know what I mean? You're not going to make any money because you're overcommitting on outlier days where it's not going to perform, right? You know, it sucks, but it is what it is, right? Sure, I can talk about it a little bit. So what the buying and selling indicator is, for lack of a better word, it's volume weighted tick. Are you familiar, DTGW? Have you ever used a tick chart? Ooh, nice buyer coming in on NG. No? All right. So back in when I first started trading, it's not used very much today because most tick charts are delayed, so they're not really effective. But if you're down on like the NYSE floor, you can get access to tick data. And tick data is really fun. So what tick data basically does is tick data takes all, like for instance, if you're looking at the NASDAQ, right? Or we're going to go across the entire, or the S&P, right? We're going to take all of every time the price moves up by one increment, as you're likely aware, that's called a tick, right? So if it moves up by one, if it's got a 1 cent spread, every time it moves 1 cent or down 1 cent, that's a tick. Up a tick, down a tick, up ticking, down ticking, right? So when you're talking about tick charts, what we do is we look across a sector and we aggregate all the upticks and the downticks. And you know what I mean? So what we do with the buying and selling detector is something that's never been done before, which is we actually take we actually use candle patterning and we capture tick on the ticker and we weigh it with volume in a method that's completely, completely new, right? So you have before you on buying and selling detector, you have volume weighted tick. So the main things this lets you see is volume and price analysis. It allows you to see when we're offering to the price. It also shows you when we're selling versus when we're actually buying. So for instance, on NG, one of the reasons I like the idea for going long here is because when we came down and hit S3, we had a massive amount of selling, right? Too much selling. And we would consider this to be exhaustive because it's so much. So you can see here, look on NG, when we got below the exhaustion point, look how we reversed right after it, right? And then here we shot right back down into the level. As soon as we exhausted, we immediately reversed. Now, this won't tell you every time you're going to reverse. I mean, it just means like you're with this much exhaustion, you're gonna pull back, right? So what we want to do is we want to take these moments of extreme exhaustion and pair them with the correct range and location. So, and then after that, you just go with the play, right? Like there's no way to really know what it's going to do or not going to do at this point, right? So you just do it the best you can. NVIDIA, let me look again. Wee. Oh, maybe. It worked, huh? It's not a play, unfortunately. No, I won't play it. Although we are like so I'll show you kind of how this looks on this though. Like, I mean, this would be lovely. Oh, I mean, it's fun. So look here. So what we've had an extreme amount of buying, and we are now in a point of exhaustion, right? So, but we don't immediately reverse, but we will likely have a pullback very soon. So if we saw a big sell that drove us back under R4 and then a weak offer, that could be nice. But right now we're waiting to exhaust our buyers. Too much buying, too high in a higher wider range. We should not be able to continue going in this direction for much longer without giving back. So I mean, yeah, I mean we're just maxing right now. I mean, that's a lot of volume. I mean, we can keep going though. Like I said, we gotta wait for a sell. I mean, we are maxing volume right there in a big, big way. Want to look at Tesla? How's NVIDIA's? Let's check NVIDIA's book real quick while we're here. Where did it go? Ooh. Oh, good. All right, let's get off of CLS. Whoa. Okay. All right. No, we are not reversing NVIDIA right now at all. Look at this order book. Oh my God. That is a very bullish order book. Look at the order book right now, up to 188. Look there, see what I mean? Look at the total lack of orders to the downside for us. We need to see a big orders come into the downside. But right now this looks very bullish. Whee! NG's working. Um, Tesla. I don't like Tesla today at all. I don't think I would recommend touching Tesla. We're in a higher narrow range. We opened in the CPR and we've been stuck. This is what we call a kill zone. So for any of those who have seen some of my webinars, you'll kind of probably recognize the term. So when I'm talking about a kill zone, I'm just talking about an area of extreme chop. So unfortunately, you just got to be like crazy careful here with that. Ugh. Microsoft? I mean, it was a lower narrow range, so I like the idea of an S4 breakdown. It did call because of the sweep, but that was a really nice reoffer right there. That's pretty. Lovely. But no, it didn't call. The opening position wasn't right. So, I mean, at this point, I think we're just gonna let NQ just like start doing its thing, huh? I mean, we finally found those buyers after that news came out on NVIDIA. That kicked the market into doing some buying. Yeah, I wanted the opening to be a little higher. Can SPY go all the way? Sure, absolutely. SPY can do whatever it wants. It could go all the way to ATR high right now. Like I wouldn't right now it does seem like we're kind of maxing out a little bit for our anytime we try and buy, it really doesn't seem like we're getting very good buying. So me personally, I wouldn't feel super comfortable with being long in an index right now. It just doesn't feel good. But if this, but I mean, it did buy off the level, and I mean, I love this freaking hammered doji right here. That's pretty, but I don't know. It's doing it, so all got a few minutes left here. Yeah, thank you, GP. Thanks for hanging out with us today on X. For anyone who isn't aware, we are simulcasting to X. I'll start trying to share it when I come on next time and see how that goes. Because that should be, yeah, I can do it right here. So I'll have to do that next time. So if you have any questions or thoughts or any of that other stuff, always feel free to let me know. Right now, ES just didn't work out for me. Unfortunately, it did end up working for kind of overall, but my setup unfortunately did not. So got this loser on deck. We'll see how the rest of the day goes, but I think I'm just going to be happy that I didn't have a worse day than I had, right? So, yeah, that's how we do. Yeah, exactly. The less focused you can be on that, it just really doesn't bother me. Like it's okay. Yeah. I don't see any other tickers I like. So, all right, everybody. I think we can go ahead and start looking to wrap today's session. I hope maybe tomorrow we'll have some cleaner setups. But right now I think it's better we just let this day kind of chop itself out. It's not looking too healthy one way or the other. So get some lunch, keep it green, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.